It's the game everyone has been waiting for. The big rematch as the Judson Rockets take on the Lake Travis Cavaliers. And welcome everyone aboard on KCWX TV. It's the high school football showcase. It's the regional finals in Class 6A Division I. I'm Bobby Stotzenberger, joined by Andy Skelton as always. And Andy, what a game we got for you today. This is the two best teams in 6A Division I. Lake Travis looking for their fourth consecutive trip to the state finals, and a very good Judson team that overall has a 3-2 record lifetime against Lake Travis standing in their way.
I'll tell you what, this likely could be the game of the year in Texas. I mean, these two played last year in the second round. Now it's in the fourth round, and the winner goes to the semifinals. So a lot at stake today. And it's going to be exciting to see how both these teams come out today.
All right, here's Coach Hank Carter of the Lake Travis Cavaliers.
Oh, yeah, I have a ton of respect for Judson's program, Coach McAuliffe. Obviously the tradition there, and, the tradition between our two schools is pretty awesome. It's about as good as it gets in Texas high school football. It's going to be I'm sure to be a war out here today. Two great programs, getting to play where the elements aren't going to be an issue, and so we're looking forward to it. We know that either way, a really good football team's going home after today.
And Coach Sean McAuliffe, the head coach of the Judson Rockets, knows that his team has their hands full.
Our kids are ready to play just about anybody that we get a chance to play. UIL gods are unique people. Sometimes they switch a number here and there, and you get these marquee matchups. And I just think our bracket overall, comparing the different regions, you got the best of the best left playing, and really that's how it should be. And, we're excited about the chance.
All right, should be a great game here as we look at our Southwest homes. Build a winner. Gabe Farias on the sideline with the Lake Travis Cavaliers.
Yeah. Okay, guys, right off the bat, they have got to keep Judson and Sincere McCormick in check. He's one of the most dynamic athletes in the state of Texas. They've got to control the offensive line of scrimmage, led by defensive end DeMarvin Leal. Judson's D-line is incredibly good. They've got to win the intangibles game. In a game like this, special teams, penalties, mistakes all play a factor. Guys, back to you.
And Andy Skelton has the Judson Rockets build a winner.
Yeah, if you're Judson, you're going to start fast. You're going to beat Judson. And to beat Judson, you got to be physical up front. On defense, you're going to have to pressure the quarterback for Lake Travis, Hudson Card, and limit the receptions of Garrett Wilson, and limit the penalties. That's kind of been the Achilles heel all year long at Judson. They've kind of been over the top on some of the penalties, and defensively, they need to create extra possessions and get some turnovers.
All right, folks, we invite you to stick around. It is going to be a great one here today. Judson versus Lake Travis as the high school football showcase continues on KCWX TV. All righty, folks, here it is, the regional championship as Lake Travis will kick it off, and it is fair caught very wisely there by the Judson Rockets as Alan Correcchio makes the fair catch, and Judson will start 1st and 10. They will have it at their own 37-yard line as we take a look at the starters for the Judson Rockets offensively. Up front, you got McBrewer, Malding, Rigsby, Campos, and Bazaldua. Bailey Davis, Shelton, and Spencer, the receivers, and then that explosive backfield, McCormick, Chandler, quarterback, and then Lopez, the H-back for the Rockets. As it is 1st down and 10, it's Chandler, zone read keep. Lots of room, left side 45 to midfield and out of bounds with a gain of 15 yards and a Rocket 1st down as we take a look now at the Cavalier defense. Peterman, Wilson, Irwin, and Simo. Ojalate, Trevino, and Villarreal, the linebackers. And Nava, Humble, Henry, and Gothard are the secondaries. McCormick gets the ball on 2nd down. Or 1st down, I should say. No gain on the play.
Right off the bat, they're going to Chandler. They're using the zone read concept. That time it went to Sincere McCormick here. Look for the big boys for Judson to get all lathered up and go to work here against this 4-2-5 defense of the Cavaliers.
And so it is 2nd down and 10. Chandler going to throw for the first time. Now scrambles forward, has some room. Mike Chandler to the left. There's a flag down as he has run out of bounds with the 1st down if it stands.
Yeah, it's thrown by the referee that time. It's going to be a hold right here, Bobby. Be a 10-yard spot foul right here against the Rockets. We just talked about in the pregame that they're going to have to limit their penalties today against the likes of a Lake Travis, and they know this. But right off the bat, the referee threw a holding penalty on the Rockets.
So it's going to be a 10-yard penalty here against the Judson Rockets.
Holding. Number 77 of the offense. 10 yards from the previous 5. Still third down.
That's John Balzadua, one of the leaders,
Hey,
three-year letterman.
He knows better. He knows better. That's right. He's going to make up for it. You make up for mistakes by effort. He knows that.
It is 2nd down and 10. Chandler with McCormick to his right. Throwing down here for the Rockets, but they'll give it to McCormick anyways. Right down Main Street, and he'll take it forward. Pickup of about 7. That makes it a more manageable 3rd down now.
No doubt. I mean, I look for McCormick to get 20, 25 carries a day, Bobby. He's the workhorse. He's hard to bring down. When he finishes the run, he always finishes with the shoulder pass down and follow forward.
So it is 3rd down and 13. First drive of the game. And a bad snap, and the ball loose, and it is recovered by the Lake Travis Cavaliers. But Chandler wasn't ready for it, and then it was snapped. And Judson saying they have it now. The officials say McCormick recovered it, and that's a break for Judson, as just a mistake there, and something misread there by the Rocket offense.
Miscue right there, and again, you hate to see that right off the bat. Judson trying to work the jitters out right here. I don't know, but they're going to have to settle in here. But in any case, it brings up a 4th down. Sincere McCormick back to punt.
Kyle Eves back to receive the punt. So 1 first down, and then out go the Judson Rockets as McCormick takes the snap and boots it away. A high punt. Eves has time, and he'll take it at the 18-yard line. Heads to the left side with room and tackled at the 28-yard line as we get to see this just explosive Lake Travis offense for the first time, as they have. We'll take a look now at the Cavaliers offensively, as they'll have it 1st down and 10. You got Wolf, Weiss, Maxwell, Moon, and Nyland across the front. Wilson, the Ohio State commit at receiver, along with Sandlin and McCree. And then Hudson Card, UT commit, verbally, along with Stevens and Eves. He's had 7 different receivers, Andy, which is an impressive number, go for over 200 yards receiving. So Hudson Card will spread it out, as he will have Weston Stevens behind him in the pistol. H-back in motion, and they're going to hand it off on 1st down. Not much there for Stevens. Maybe 1 as we look at the Judson Rocket defense now. Across the front, good group here. Leal, Williams, and Parks. The linebackers, Jellison, Waters, Wood, and Cloud. And then a really quick secondary, Washington, Wisdom, a 3-year starter, Crawford, and Morgan. Hudson Card out of the shotgun. Going to roll right. Looks, fires, has a man open. Sliding grab at the 45-yard line by Kyle Eves. And that is a Lake Travis Cavalier 1st down.
A little 12-yard out route that time. Great job by Card, putting it on the money, putting it on time. That is a very difficult route to cover when the ball's on time like that. 1st down, Lake Travis.
So 1st down and 10 at the 45-yard line. As they'll hand to Stevens again. Right side with room, and he has a Cavalier 1st down. Nice run there. And that's something they need. That's just a sophomore. Weston Stevens with the carry. 634 yards coming in.
Well, Lake Travis trying to get their big boys up front, lathered up right here, and that's the way to do it. Get them settled in with the run game here and picking up a couple big chunks of yardage there.
One thing that Lake Travis has done so well over the years is improve as the season goes along. The only loss was to Westlake, who plays later tonight in the Division II regional final. 1st down and 10. Stevens again with room, but he can't turn the edge as he is brought down at the 41-yard line. A pickup of about 2. Jellison and Wisdom combine on the stop.
Yeah, Michael Washington was able to the first guy to get there to make first contact to slow him up to allow the cavalry to get there.
Hudson Card with a 2 H-back set. They haven't thrown to Wilson yet. He's out wide to the right. Card's going to look that way this time, though. Nope, looking for the throwback, being pressured, scrambling, scramble drill, tipped, and incomplete. Is that one off the hands of Grayson Salden? And 3rd down coming up for Lake Travis.
Again, that was one of our build-a-winner segment keys to victory. We make sure you get pressure on Card. That time they were getting in there, they were harassing him, throwing off his time, and he's been known to throw some interceptions when he's got pressure in his face, Bobby.
So 3rd down, Lake Travis at the Judson 41-yard line. Wilson comes in motion. Here comes the pressure. Card scrambles right. Looks downfield, fires to Wilson, and he's close, but a little short. And now Hank Carter will have to go with decision time here, it appears. At least from my vantage point, it looked like he's short.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a little bit short here, but they're running a little out route again. But Judson's got help over the top for Wilson. That's part of their coverage right here. You see Crawford comes in, number 20 there, and delivers a blow to knock him out of bounds short of the first down. 4th down and 1 here.
That is a pick and pull collision. Pick and pull, home of the lowest parts price guarantee. In now at fullback is Urban. Maybe just to lead it for Card, who will run it. And he won't make it. Well, or will he? Nope. The Cavalry got there, and that was blown up by Jaden Cloud, who got to Hudson Card, Andy, before he could get going.
Great recognition by Jaden Cloud. He comes up in there, puts the initial hit on, and holds on for dear life until the Cavalry got there. And just like that, Lake Travis gambles and doesn't play off. You see number 1 right here. Get the hit. He hangs on. Hold on. Here comes the Cavalry.
Tremendous leverage there by Cloud to hold his position.
Great job.
And so second possession of the game for the Judson Rockets as they bring in DeAnthony Lewis, the sophomore running back, to join McCormick in the backfield with Mike Chandler, the quarterback.
This is one of their run prolific sets right here, Bobby.
So 1st down and 10. Give to McCormick. Right side. Minimal gain. Great defense there by the Cavs.
Yeah, great pursuit by the inside linebackers that time, and stepping up in there was Tag Humble, the inside linebacker. It's going to be tough sledding today, but I'll tell you what, they got great running backs at Judson.
2nd down and 9. McCormick again. And again, not much there. The Cavs hold them. Now, one thing that an area where Judson doesn't have a lot of experience in terms of years is that offensive line, a couple of sophomores and a junior up front.
Yeah, they're starting Compost and they're starting Rigsby. There's 2 sophomores up front for Judson, but they're not sophomores anymore. They played a whole season.
Chandler back to pass, looks deep for Bailey. 1-on-1 and broken up as Copeland Gothard had the coverage on Amarie Bailey. They were jockeying for position, the two were.
The Judson faithful over here on the home side, they won the interference or a hold call because they were both touching each other. But I think that was a pretty good no call that time as both kids were just competing for the football.
Kyle Lee, punting, Sincere McCormick.
So 4th down now, 3 and out by Judson. Fake punt. It's Rashad Wisdom. He's got the edge. He'll have the 1st down. 45, 40, and out of bounds goes Rashad Wisdom at the 34-yard line. That was a gutsy call, but it worked. 1st down Rockets.
Hey, here's the time of the season. You got to have some guts. You can't sit back on your laurels. You might be going home after a ball game like this. You're going to take a shot. Great job by Coach McCullough, rolling the dice right there, putting the ball on one of his big playmakers. I like the call right there. Great job. 1st down inside of Lake Travis territory.
Wisdom's only got 160 yards this year. That was a 24-yard run. He can do it. He just hadn't had a lot of opportunity. You saw there what he can do. 1st down at the 34. McCormick, nope, fake. And Chandler is blocked, and there's a flag on the play as well.
We got a late flag coming in there here.
Mike Chandler might have to shake the cobwebs out after that.
I'm not so sure he should have.
Yeah, face mask.
I'm not so sure he might should have handed that ball off to number 3.
But they got him up high. That's going to give Judson 15 yards.
It worked out in the end, but I still think he needs to give the ball to 3. 3 had some room out here to run.
Well, on that read.
First allowed. Face mask. Number 33 of the defense. 15-yard penalty. Automatic 1st down.
Take advantage right here. Got to get some points on the board.
So Judson in scoring position now. 1st time in the red zone for the Rockets at the 19. Chandler again. And he pitches it to McCormick.
Great
and there he goes to the 11-yard line. A gamble there by Mike Chandler. But McCormick able to take the pitch. Bailey hobbled off the field now for Judson.
This is an athletic play right here, Bobby. He gets wrapped up right here, has the whereabouts to get the ball out to his pitch man.
That was gutsy by Mike Chandler, but it gains 8 yards.
Got to have guts at this level.
At the 11. 2nd down. Chandler with a key. Right side, and he's close. A little short. on the play. Amari Bailey was shaken up on that previous play. He's their big play receiver.
We got third down and short right here.
3rd and a yard here. Chandler gives to McCormick. He's going to get the first down. He's going to break a tackle, and he's close. As Sincere McCormick stopped at the 1-yard line, but it's a new set of downs for the Judson Rockets.
I said it once, I'll say it again about this kid, number 3, Sincere McCormick. He is a special kind of running back. If you notice, he always runs and finishes falling forward with the shoulder pads down. He's a big, thick-hit kid. He's not real big, but he's got strong hips, and he finishes the run.
So it is first down, Judson.
Give
Chandler going to go under center, it appears. Not very often do they do this, and he'll run a toss sweep to Sincere McCormick, who's going to get stopped. Good defense there by the Lake Travis Cavaliers. That looked old school, Judson, there.
Yeah, Caleb Winston. Yeah, toss sweep concept right there. Caleb Winston does a good job for Lake Travis, playing off a block and getting the first contact there to stop the forward momentum of Sincere that time. But second down and short here. You got 3 tries at this.
Under center again. Toss
Go
left.
the other way.
McCormick. Left side, he'll score.
Yep. Hey, you can't stop him all the time, Bobby. I'm telling you.
Well,
number 3 is special.
Hey, old former coach Frank Arnold is here. I saw him before the game. He loves that old toss sweep, and he's probably smiling down there watching.
Well, they're under center. That's when the quarterback gets under the center. That's called under center. We don't see that a lot these days anymore. That was old school vintage Judson tailback football right there.
And so Judson strikes first here in the regional championship game, as they will come on Villarreal for the extra point. And his kick is good. 5:13 to go. First quarter of play. Judson 7, Lake Travis 0. You're watching the High School Football Showcase presented by John Wayne Service Company on KCWX-TV. Second possession of the game. The Judson Rockets go 72 yards in 8 plays. 2:51 off the clock. A 2-yard run by Sincere McCormick out of the old toss sweep.
Yeah.
Shades of Judson pass.
I'll tell you what, some of that was set up by a face mask penalty by Lake Travis, so penalties playing a big role here early in the ball game.
So it is Judson's turn to kick off here. Villarreal tees it up. You got 2 really dangerous return men back there at Kyle Eves and Garrett Wilson. I would imagine the Rockets might keep it away from them, but we shall see.
And they're flip-flopping around back here, trying to confuse them.
Villarreal approaches, and he boots it short. Wilson's going to come up and receive it along the sidelines and step out of bounds near the 25-yard line.
All right, Lake Travis got to go to work right here. They need to answer here. This game right here is predicated on the fact that you're going to have to keep up with the tempo of the game here. And again, you're looking for Carden. Wilson's only had a couple catches here early. They're going to come back to him as well, I'm sure.
Second possession now for Lake Travis. Tell you what, that Judson drive, Andy, was set up by a 4th and 1 stop by this defense.
Yep. They gambled early. Lake Travis gambled early, and they lost on that particular gamble.
And so Weston Stevens will be the running back in the pistol behind quarterback Hudson Card with the 2 H-back formation, wing back. And it's Card on the keeper, and he's tried to hurdle the defender, but he's brought down on the play. That's
Kevin Wood. You're not going to hurdle him.
And that could hurt if you mess up.
He's his last name matches how he hits, man. Bringing the wood right here. He feels well. This is one of the fastest defenses Judson's had. They fit well, and they get there in a hurry.
Hudson Card is a true dual threat guy, though, with 584 yards rushing. He's going to throw. Hot route. Wilson makes the catch. First one for Garrett Wilson. Second one for Garrett Wilson. And he'll have a first down. He's just hard to cover.
He is, and he's going to get his catches today. There's no doubt about that. But you notice there's number 20 for Judson that time, Joel Crawford. He is over the top of that. They're not going to give up the deep ball today to Wilson.
Garrett Hudson Card. We'll show his stats here before the game in a moment. He's going to throw. This one is going to be caught. It's a Cavalier first down as they move down the field. And Hudson Card, he's a UT commit for a reason. This kid is good.
He's got all the tools, no doubt. You know, he wears number 1 here. He's got 3,000 yards plus. Look at his TD to INT ratio. 45 touchdowns, only 3 INTs. He's smart with the football.
That's pretty insane numbers there at the 45, first down. Lake Travis Stevens, the running back. They're going to fake it to him, and Card drops back and fires it across the middle. Incomplete. They were double covering.
Yeah, like I just said, they got help over the top. They had help underneath, and that time the linebacker was even running with him that time. And when you have Rashad Wisdom running with you, you know, that's going to be tough to make that completion.
After this play, we're going to check in on the sidelines with Gabe Fadias, but first we will. Yeah, this is a hurry-up style that Lake Travis, they like to get a first down and keep going and keep the tempo up on their offensive side, but they face a 2nd and 10 now, trailing 7-zip. Card motions Stevens out of the backfield, drops back and will fire it deep up the right sideline, and incomplete. There's a flag, though.
Yeah, there was a little contact there. I'm not so sure.
They were going for Garrett Wilson, and he was covered out there by Kenyon Morgan.
Yeah, they're picking on Kenyon Morgan that time, cornerback for Judson here. There was a little contact. Let's see what the white hat says here.
Check in with Gabe Fadias down on the sideline. Gabe?
Yeah, guys, this is a tremendous atmosphere down here on the sideline between two such storied schools. But I think the big story for me, Bob, and you and I have talked about this, is looking at this 6A Division I bracket up and down, whether you're in Dallas, Houston, or San Antonio, it may or Austin, in the Austin area, it may very well be one of the greatest brackets I think I have ever seen. Whoever wins this football game, guys, has got an even tougher road to Jerry World.
It is brutal how many good teams there are. Cy-Fair, defending state champ, playing Galena Park North Shore out of Region 3 today. The winner gets this one as it's first down after the interference. As Card going to roll to his right. Leal giving chase. He avoids him. Then he's hit, and the ball flutters out of bounds.
He's going to get Card's going to get a heavy dose of that all day long from the D-line. You're going to see number 9 right here, DeMarvin Leal, come in, and he harasses him and slows him down. Card's got some moves and some skill, but he better be careful cutting back. He's allowed to get, as you see, a pick-and-pull collision there. He's going to get a lot of that all day today, Bobby.
So it's 2nd down, Lake Travis at the Judson 30-yard line. 3:30 to go here in the first quarter. Card. Here comes the blitz. They pick it up. Now they collapse around it. And
like I said,
Torrey Parks.
Like I said, they're going to get a heavy dose all day long. This is only quarter number 1, folks. That front 3, the front 4 for Judson are legit. They got some quicks, they got some speed, and they get there in a hurry. Like I said earlier, it's going to be a long, long day for Hudson Card and the Lake Travis Cavaliers.
3rd down and long here for Lake Travis. They're 0 for 1 on 3rd downs. They're 0 for 1 on 4th downs. This is a tough one here. You got to keep an eye on number 5. He's at the top of your screen there. Garrett Wilson. 3rd and about 19 here. Deep drop by Card. Fires it across the middle and is behind, over the head of one, behind the other. And it's going to be likely a punt coming from Lake Travis.
That is a direct result of the pressure being put on by the Judson front 3. And they brought the delayed blitz that time as well. And again, that ball was high for a reason because it's Card's already hearing drums in his head from the couple times he's been hit already.
And so it is 4th down. Nobody back to return here for Judson yet. Now Rashad Wisdom goes back to about the 20. So Judson trying to ensure no fake here. And it will be a punt, and they're going to just let it go, and they're not going to get good field position because Lake Travis going to down it at the 2-yard line. We'll be back. You're watching the High School Football Showcase presented by John Wayne Service Company on KCWX-TV. All right, folks, we apologize. We got a little miscommunication with our officials down on the field there. They didn't catch the TV timeout, but we missed a incomplete pass and then a no gain by Sincere McCormick, so Judson pinned back here on 3rd and 10.
Yeah, they tried to get the ball to Cameron Lopez, the tight end, coming on a drag on that first play, and then that time Lake Travis defense showed up, stymied Sincere McCormick for a no gain there.
So it's 3rd down and 10. Precarious position here for the Rockets. Chandler drops back. He'll scramble. He's in trouble. He'll scramble right. He better throw it, and he does. and it is incomplete. I say that because Lake Travis was on the verge of a safety there, and so Judson will punt. That is excellent job of flipping the field, Andy, by the Cavaliers.
Yeah, and again, you're not going to tackle Michael Chandler in the end zone. You're just not. He's such an elusive kid. He's done it all year long, Bobby, where he's able to extend the play and get rid of the football and line up and allow Sincere McCormick here to try to kick it out of the end zone and flip the field.
And so it is 4th down and 10. McCormick is going to punt. And it is going to be taken by Eves at the 43. Speed to the sideline, and he gets to the edge, but he can't turn it completely. There's a late flag as he's out of bounds at the 30.
Yeah, we got a late flag here at the end of the run. It's probably going to come back a little bit, blocking the back. It look like here. Let's see what the White Hat's talking. Legal block below the waist.
That penalty will go.
They're calling it on Judson here. Hold on.
Wait a second.
They pointed one way, then pointed back to Judson here. A little confusion by the officiating crew.
It was behind
the play, behind the return. Post possession.
Well, Sean McAuliffe wants to.
It's kind of a big deal. Take your time and get it right if you're the officials.
Well, I think we may have offsetting. It looked like a scuffle after the play is what it looked like to me. And a lot of times that does end up in offsetting nature.
Personal foul. Illegal block below the waist on the kicking team, number 45. 15-yard penalty, 1st down.
On the kicking team, that's interesting to me as a coach. And that's what Coach McCullough is asking.
How do you, okay. Lake Travis is returning a punt.
Right. Now, the return team got to stay above the waist, but I don't understand.
How do you get a block below the waist when you're covering?
That's not what I would have called that.
That's strange, but gives Lake Travis great field position here and a chance to tie.
You're covering the return. You're not blocking.
Interesting. So, 1st down at the Judson 15. Cavs in scoring position. Stevens right up the middle. He'll break free and he'll score. 15-yard touchdown run by Weston Stevens.
Yeah, just like that. That's the kind of ball game this is. You know that Lake Travis is not going to go away. Neither is Judson. It's going to be like this all day long. And here he breaks up the middle here. Gets a little help from the umpire here. You'll see at the end of the run, the umpire, which he's in the field of play. It's not his fault. But a great job by Stevens using that umpire. Shield off 16 there, Michael Washington to get in the end zone.
So it is a 15-yard run. Extra point can tie it. And it does. 7-7 our score. Minute 29 to go, first quarter of play. You're watching the High School Football Showcase presented by John Wayne Service Company on KCWX TV. Well, a block below the waist gave Lake Travis great field position, and it was called on the Judson punt team. And
it's called on the coverage team.
Well, David Molesky, head coach at O'Connor, just sent me a text. You can't block below the waist on any form of the kicking game.
I understand that, but when you're kicking the football,
right,
the ball's in the air, you're no longer blocking, you're covering.
But the positioning
of blocked.
But the positioning of the flag.
I get below the waist, but I disagree with the definition of it.
Weston Stevens, though, capitalizes one play drive there for Lake Travis.
But it sticks, you're right. So
that ties the game at 7. Minute 29 here in the first. Here's the kick. And it's going to get back to Morgan. Morgan along the right side. Check that. That is Washington, rather, with the return. Michael Washington. Kenyon Morgan last year, if you recall, in the game, he returned one about 105 yards for a touchdown for Judson, but it was called back in that second round game, that classic.
Right.
Lake Travis won last year 47-39 on their way to another state championship appearance. They lost to Allen by 2 in the championship game.
Well, Judson needs to go ahead and put together a drive right here and beat Judson. Start feeding the ball to 3 and give the ball to the sophomore, number 30, DeAnthony Lewis. He's the real deal at running back as well here. They got a 2-back set.
And so it is first down. Chandler going to throw, though. Bailey looks okay there as he's knocked out of bounds.
Let's let that happen. That's okay.
Gain of about 7 there. Bailey was hobbled a little bit earlier. Here you see the replay, and it looked like the defender kind of stumbled into him a little bit. So it's second down and 4. There is the sophomore, DeAnthony Lewis. Great speed to get the first down as he turns it up, and he followed, ironically, there, Sincere McCormick for a gain of 8.
He's an unselfish kid. He'll do whatever the team asks him to do, man. He'll carry the ball, he'll block. And that's kind of a neat thing to see when you have an unselfish senior blocking for a sophomore.
First down and 10 at the 45 here for Judson. McCormick now, right side, in trouble, stiff arm, and a nice tackle after a gain of 3. And he's not easy to tackle the way Copeland Gothard did just there.
I mean, he still gained yardage, so I mean, he's still moving forward when he falls. Like I said, yeah, great tackle. I mean, the tackling technique that Lake Travis is using is being effective, but Judson's still gaining yards.
So it's second down as it will be Chandler this time, and he'll get into Cavalier territory, setting up a third and about 4. Lake Travis playing the run pretty well here early on, for the most part.
Yeah, those inside linebackers are pretty legit. Trevino and Humble.
Third down and 4, Judson. High snap, Chandler wasn't ready for it. He's going to throw it, and it's incomplete. And that was a discombobulated play. That's twice that the center and quarterback have had some confusion.
I'm not making excuses. I'm just stating the fact here. The center, Robert Rigsby, is a sophomore. All right, but he's been playing all year long, so you know that's on the center snap. Everybody's moving on the center snap here.
And Judson
was early.
And honestly, Judson's fortunate that doesn't result in a turnover. Chandler actually had a receiver. He fired it to David Charles, who I don't think was expecting the ball at all there.
Nobody was ready.
Lake Travis will send a man back deep late as Gothard creeps back there. Fourth down. They will snap it back this time. High punt. Gothard going to call for a fair catch. He'll make it at the 20-yard line. That will be the last play of the first quarter. 7-7 after 1. You're watching the High School Football Showcase presented by John Wayne Service Company on KCWX TV. Bobby Stotzenberger, Andy Skelton, and Gabe Fadias with you from the Alamodome. Let's check in now with Gabe Fadias down on the sideline. Good first quarter.
Yeah, guys, great first quarter. I'm telling you, 2 solid football teams. A lot of physicality on both sides. To Marvin Leal, guys, watch him. I've watched him closely. He's been in the backfield at least 4 or 5 times. He's having a big game already, disrupting what Lake Travis is doing offensively. Back to you.
As they will throw a little screen out in the side as Eves catches it, follows his blocking, and he gets about a 7-yard gain.
Yeah, and that's another extension of Lake Travis' run game right there. Get the ball out of your hands as a quarterback. Let a kid work in space. Good job by Eves going and picking up a big chunk of yardage right there.
7-7 after 1. First drive of the second quarter, I should say. As Hard going to fire, but it's batted down at the line of scrimmage there. And Kevin Wood just wants to go ahead and pick it up.
Yeah, he's going to make sure.
Yeah.
That's a great habit to be in right there. Let them tell you at the end of that it was an incomplete pass. Great job, great pressure again. The front 3, Gabe was just talking about the Marvin Leal. He's got a big range, big old nose guards in there, Williams. And you got Samari Crane playing on the other side right there, and he rolls in there with Corey Parks. They do a great job with the stud linebackers playing behind him. It's hard thing to run against and throw against.
Hard on third down is going to throw. He'll scramble, and he's going to get stopped. And he runs right into Marvin Leal.
Marvin Leal, man, Texas A&M commit.
How about that cutback? And you look up and there's number 9.
You're not going to cut back. I've already said it in the first quarter. This is going to be a long day here. You scramble, and then you cut back, and here comes 9. Wow.
Here.
Pick and pull collision. Home.
Of the lowest parts price.
Guaranteed. There you go.
So Hudson Card. And this is why I believe Sean McCullough didn't send anybody back that first punt. Yes. Well, Hudson Card's the punter.
Right.
You got to keep an eye on that. As
now we got 2 back for Judson here, Bobby.
Rashad Wisdom back deep along with Kenyon Morgan. Card is going to punt it away. And Wisdom going to take it. Along the sideline, Rashad Wisdom. Good coverage, though, as he gets to the 37, and there's a flag down at the end of that play. Right at the end, and it was just Rashad Wisdom and about 3 Cavaliers.
Are they going to block him below the waist on Lake Travis, maybe?
I don't know. Well, yeah, well, they were near the holding.
Or be that.
Holding on the return.
It's going to back him up a little bit here.
Illegal block in the back. Number 33 of the return team. 10 yards into the run. First down.
Samari Crane.
Yeah, I got Samari Crane trying to make plays. That's what that is. It's hard to pull up when somebody's got their back to you.
As you mentioned, one of the Achilles, Judson's an undefeated team. They're 12-0, but that's their 4th penalty. They do tend to get more penalties than they care to. And that's 4 for 40 now. Lake Travis 1 for 15. Both of them, all of them have been critical. Flip it out to Sincere McCormick. Starts upfield, but a short gain on the play.
Yeah, that was a great job. Inside linebacker Trevino that time for Lake Travis does a good job playing inside out on that there. Mauricio.
Folks, if you want to get online, you can vote for the player of the game who you think it might be. JohnWayne.com. Win that cap as we have a pre-snap penalty.
Proud of snap.
On the center.
False start. Number 62 of the offense. 5-yard penalty. Still second down.
Again, JohnWayne.com. And if you guess the player of the game correct, you'll win that player of the game cap. You'll automatically be registered to win a $25,000 home makeover from John Wayne Service Company. That'll be announced in January. Chandler on the keeper, running left with it. Mike Chandler out to the 34-yard line. Nice second down play there for the Rockets.
Yeah, Chandler's done a great job all year long, man. He's their second leading rusher with 773 yards and 12 touchdowns coming in there. And there you see he picks up a big chunk of yardage to bring up a much more manageable 3rd down and 5.
3rd down and 4, and it will be Chandler again, and he's surrounded and dropped after just 1 yard there.
And they brought Mauricio Trevino, linebacker I was just talking about for Lake Travis, number 30, gets in there, gets some penetration just enough to disrupt the speed there that time, but Mike Chandler allowed his teammates to get there for Lake Travis and make the tackle.
One thing we're seeing in this game is that the defensive lines, Andy, from both teams have kind of controlled things a bit.
They're fitting well off each other. D-line and linebackers are doing a great job on both teams.
Eves the return man, 4th down and 3. McCormick takes the snap. Low liner. Eves going to let it bounce and it will roll. Judson will flip the field a little bit. And down to the 20-yard line. Let's go to Gabe Farias. It still seems like a filling out process even though we're into the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, guys, it is absolutely a filling out process for both of these football teams. And really heading in, I was expecting an offensive showdown between 2 stellar offenses led by, what Lake Travis does offensively, the Sincere McCormick and the host of Judson Rockets. But, man, these defenses are really impressive. Flying to the football, a lot of physicality. These defenses, both of them are getting after it.
So it's 1st down at the 20-yard line now. Cavaliers, 2nd possession here of the 2nd quarter. Hudson Card switching things up, it appears, at the line of scrimmage.
They run an unbalanced set here, Bobby.
Nixon is the running back. They're going to give it, let Card keep it, and Kevin Wood right there.
Great job spying quarterback that time by Kevin Wood. Lake Travis lined up in an unbalanced over with their receivers and the tight end. All they had left on the right side of the football is a guard and a tackle, and they were trying to come back to the short side of the field. But a great job getting up in there and fitting by Kevin Wood to drop the quarterback there.
2nd down, Lake Travis. 7-7 here. Both teams with all 3 timeouts here in the first half. Card deep drop. Flips it out to Stevens. Makes the catch, and he'll fight his way forward to the 26-yard line. Weston Stevens with a good effort there, Andy, to make something out of it.
And he's tough to bring down. You saw right there. He didn't go down easy. It took DeMarvin Leal to come in and help clean him up.
So 3rd down here, Lake Travis. Cavaliers are 0 for 3 on 3rd down so far here this afternoon. Middle game of a triple header. Wagner advanced with a win over Mission Vets in 5A Division I earlier. Brandeis and Westlake coming up after this. 3rd down. Card going to fire it across the middle. Wide open in the middle is the tight end, Grayson Sandlin, and he'll have the 1st down for the Cavs.
Great patience that time by Card sitting in there. He had pressure about to hit him right in his face that time, and he steps into the throw, takes the hit, and completes the pass for the Lake Travis 1st down.
Sandlin lines up as tight end or receiver. He's 6'4", but a little light at 195, but big as a 6'4" target. Card going to throw again, lofts it up for Wilson, and it's intercepted. It goes over his head, and right there to pick it off for Judson was Kenyon Morgan.
Well, they're going to say no.
Let's see the replay.
On the play. The ball is going to hit the ground.
Oh! Well, let's see that replay again.
That line judge on the Lake Travis side, the one that said it hit the ground
this
here.
One, we're going to slow this one down. Yeah.
I don't know. What are you going to do?
So it is, that was really close.
Yep.
And Lake Travis catches a break there to have a 2nd and 10. Card, hit as he throws, completes it. He stood in there, took the hit, and completes to Grayson Sandlin for another Cavalier 1st down.
He completed the pass, but Card paid the price on that. I tell you what, Judson is getting to him. And that time it was a 33 for Judson that time, coming in there rocking his world a little bit. Samari Crane. And so I don't know how much of that he's going to be able to take all night.
Al Hudson Card was a receiver on last year's team. Just a junior. He is a special talent, as they seem to breed him there at Lake Travis. As this time Nixon gets the handoff. And now running game going a little bit for a gain of about 6.
Yeah, I think that they're seeing something in there. That's great movement that time by the offensive line of Lake Travis, being able to, they blocked out on the Marvin Leal, ran up underneath him that time, and forced the linebackers to have to make the play after about 6 yards.
2nd down and about 4 here for the Cavaliers. As they're going to hand the ball off to Nixon, coming right with it, and he is close to a Cavalier 1st down, a little bit short.
Nixon on the carry one more time.
As he is tackled on the play by Peyton Waters.
Yeah, good job by Waters coming in there and lowering the shoulder pad
Watch
that time.
for the sneak here, Hudson Card. Yep, he'll get the 1st down. They kind of telegraphed that, but Judson wasn't particularly set on defense. So 1st down, Lake Travis.
Quarterback Hudson Card on the carry. It's good for a Cavalier.
You know, they just thrive on execution, even the little subtle things like we just saw there.
Right. Taking advantage of what the other team's doing or not doing.
And now the Cavaliers look like they're going to empty the backfield. No, they're going to keep Denicio back there. That's Cortland Denicio to the right of Hudson Card. He'll go in motion to the left side. 1st down and 10. Card drops back. 3-man rush. Hit as he throws, has a man, and is caught out around the 20-yard line by Lake McCree for a Lake Travis Cavalier 1st down.
Great patience by Hudson Card right here. You'll see the replay, Bobby. They empty the backfield eventually, like you said. That's just to get the defense to shift that direction to the man coverage here. Great job waiting, throwing the ball on time. Again, that is a very difficult route to be there if that ball's on time.
McCree, just a sophomore, one of those 7 receivers that has 200-plus yards on the season receiving. Hudson Card knows how to find the open man. 1st down, Cavaliers looking for the lead here midway through the 2nd quarter. Card sends Eves in motion and will reverse it to him. Eves to the right side. Well played there, though, and not much room to run. Gabriel Jellison stayed home, as they say.
Yeah, he was able to come back there. Great job stringing it out by the backside defense there. The Cavalry came running. Judson is so quick on defense. You string out a play like that, they're going to be there.
So 2nd down and 1. When you stop the trick plays like that, that's a good stop by your defense. Cavs, though, in scoring position here, late or moving towards the late part of the second quarter. As Stevens motions out of the formation. Card going to throw, fades it up for Garrett Wilson, and Garrett Wilson does what Garrett Wilson does.
Yep.
He climbed the ladder, and he jumped right over the top of Kenyon Morgan for a Cavalier touchdown. They got the matchup they wanted.
Well, it's just a matter of time before, that athlete, like I said, we knew he's going to get his catches today. You're just going to have to limit that. Look at the elevation as he goes up at the top of that, Bobby. He's an athlete, climbed the ladder that time, put it in the old peach basket, brought it home, touchdown Lake Travis.
There's a reason the Ohio State Buckeyes want him. Great fade route there, and just a perfectly thrown ball to let Garrett Wilson go get it. So Cavs take the lead. Lake Travis 14, Judson 7. 4:21 to go here in the second quarter of play. You're watching the High School Football Showcase presented by John Wayne Service Company on KCWX TV. "17-yard touchdown pass, Hudson Card to Garrett Wilson. 4:49 off the clock, and Andy, a 10-play, 80-yard scoring drive, and Lake Travis just really executed well on that drive.
Very methodical, very deliberate. They choose the clock that time and got points on the board and got it to their main man, Garrett Wilson, there on the jump ball, and take the lead here. So Judson's going to have to come back and answer here.
And really, honestly, if you look at the course of the season, neither team has played a lot of close games.
Right, this is going to be a 4-quarter ball game today.
Here is the deep kickoff, and Washington will let it go through, and Judson will start at the 25. And the closest game for Judson, and they're 12-0 this year, was the win over Wagner, 35-28 in the Hammer Bowl. And Lake Travis did lose to Westlake in district play by a pretty good margin, about a 30-point margin. They lost to the Chaparrals, who really bottled up Hudson Card on that night up in Austin. All their wins, though, are double-digit wins. Handoff, Lewis, down Main Street and nowhere.
Yeah, they're going with the sophomore this time in the backfield by himself, and they got Cameron Lopez, the H-back, playing the fullback position.
No gain, 2nd and 9.
Yeah, Judson starters haven't played 4 quarters all year long, except for the Wagner game. They played a little bit of it. But
2nd down for the Rockets. Chandler going to run left, has some room, and he'll get the first down and step out at the 45-yard line. What was interesting about that is he had Lewis there trailing him.
Yeah.
Theoretically, he could have pitched it off.
Well, smart job that time. Go get the first down, and again, that's what makes Chandler so special. He's able to extend that play right there. Hurry up here.
McCormick out of the game on this drive. Here's Lewis again. And Lewis, strong runner up to the 49-yard line. He's a big kid.
He is, man. I'll tell you what. He's a pup, but he's not a pup. I mean, he gets in there. He's quick. He's strong. You see right there. It takes everybody to gang tackle him, and they blow it dead in the scrum there.
So it's 2nd down and 5. Late in the first quarter, first half now. Chandler going to keep it, and that one's read beautifully. And Chandler's going to lose yards. As you see there, Kyle Eves playing on the defensive side both ways for Lake Travis comes up.
Well, Lake Travis using athletes on both sides of the ball, and that's what you're going to have to do against a team like Judson that has so many weapons and offensively has been so explosive all year long here. And it's a matter of time for Judson bust a big one because they've always done it.
3rd down, as they're going to throw it out to McCormick. Got a lot of room. He'll get the first down. He'll cut back at the 40, and he'll get up to the 38-yard line. So McCormick set out that drive until that 3rd down play, and he came in at just the right time.
He let the pup come in, and then he comes back, and welcome back number 3, picks up a big first down here. After the fake, they just take him. He's all by himself out there. Give the ball to the athlete in space. That's almost identical to a tall sweep concept.
Chandler going to keep again, heads right with it. And they're going to call another hold here as Balzadua is asking the white hat why, and he's going to get an explanation here. You'll see that out on the edge. If there's
you get your
anything
hands out, yeah.
When you get it out on the edge, he's got a cast on his left hand, which is
he had a thumb injury this week in practice, so he can't literally hold because he can't grab anything.
Number 77 in the offense. 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Repeat first down.
But if you get your hands outside and you're not moving your feet.
But when you have that injury, is it a mind thing, a mental thing at that point?
I think he's going to be all right. I just think the referee saw his hands get outside. He's not moving his feet.
So first and 20 after the penalty. All 3 timeouts, though, for Judson. But they don't seem to be in a hurry to take one here. Chandler going to throw. Fires it, has a man wide open. Shelton with room. 30, 25. He breaks it outside left. He'll take it to the house. Last week's John Wayne player of the game in the win against San Benito, and Anthony Shelton has a touchdown for the Judson Rockets.
I tell you what, when you got the weapons Judson's got, they're going to take turns right here. Here you see number 10, Shelton, just comes and settles down right there. Runs across the route, does the rest on his own right here. This is what makes him special. That should have been a tackle right there by Eves. Eves whiffs him. Touchdown, Judson.
Big extra point here. And it's good. That ties it. Judson 14, Lake Travis 14. 2:32 to go here in the second quarter of play. You're watching the High School Football Showcase, presented by John Wayne Service Company on KCWX-TV. Minute 49 off the clock on that drive for Judson. 6 plays, 75 yards. Mike Chandler to Anthony Shelton, 48 yards for the score. They did leave Lake Travis a lot of time. Or if you're Judson, you're looking at it as, well, we got 3 timeouts, we're going to get the stop and the ball back.
Right, but the critical thing is they answered right there. Come back in this thing again. This is what we expected out of a game like this.
Here's the kick, short, and this is going to head to the sideline and out of bounds.
It looks like Lake Travis is going to take the football here.
Well, you can see highlights of this game tonight on Sports Tonight at 5:30 and 10 o'clock. Following this game and also following our third game. Got an upset in the making up in San Marcos with 6 minutes to go.
On the kicking team, by rule, Travis has elected to take the ball 5 yards from the spot of the out of bounds, first down.
With 6 minutes to go, Lavernia with a 17-14 lead over Liberty Hill.
Yeah, that's big.
Ball at the 32-yard line. Cavaliers tied up here with the Rockets. Sean Brown-Nixon, senior running back in the pistol. Behind quarterback Hudson Card, and he'll get the carry. He'll go right with it. He'll try to bounce it. That's trouble against the speed of Judson, and he's dropped for a loss.
Yeah, great job by Gabriel Jellison, outside linebacker for Judson there, number 26. And, of course, he had his teammates there showing up, Kevin Wood as well, and they strung that thing sideways. If you're going sideways against Judson, it's only a matter of time before they're going to drop you. Usually it's for a loss like it was right there.
So second down and 12 here, 2:06 and counting in the first half. Card going to roll right. Still rolling. And then fires it for Wilson, who went out of bounds.
He can't touch it.
And it wouldn't have mattered had he caught it. He was out of bounds on the play. And a Rocket.
Crawford was in coverage. That does a great job.
Kevin Wood giving chase, and he's shaken up on the play. That's
We have an injury time out on the field.
Crawford did a great job of forcing Wilson out of bounds on that one right there. Shielded him and used the sideline as the 12th man, so to speak.
So we've got a minute 52. That does stop the clock here. And so Judson doesn't need to burn a timeout here. And but you know they're being very cautious with their timeouts. You know, against a lot of teams, you start burning those things because you believe you're going to make the stop. But this is such a dangerous offense for Lake Travis. You really don't want to give them too many opportunities.
No, Judson's quick strike capability, we saw it right there with Shelton. I told you it's a matter of time before we see it because they've done it all year long. They've lived by it. Judson's also been able to line up and run clock and put together a 10, 11, 12-play drive, and they're capable of both. But it's such a luxury to have the athletes and the horses in the stable over there in Converse as Judson does, and it's been fun to watch all year long.
Tied at 14, third down coming up. Lake Travis, 2 out of 5 on third down conversions. This is 3rd and 12 from their own 30. Card claps, gets the snap, rush on, lets it go, and it's incomplete.
I'll tell you what, Big Daniel Williams, the nose guard, gets in there, number 68, along with his defensive line counterparts, Marvin Leal and Samari Crane. I tell you what, I've told it already today. The front three, they're legit. And Hudson Card, bless his heart, he's in for a long day. Like I said, he took a shot there. He's smart enough trying to get rid of that ball, though. But the game is happening very, very, very fast today.
There is no foul for intentional grabbing. There was a receiver in the area. 4th down.
Well, not only that, I think he was hit as he threw.
Right.
It looked like Hudson Card dumped it into the ground, but I thought he was being harassed that whole time.
He's a smart kid. And part of that was he was in survival mode too, because he had, like I said, Williams is 320-pound nose guard, but moves like he's 220.
So 4th down now, as Morgan and Wisdom are back deep. This is a high punt that's going to head straight towards the sidelines and out of bounds at the 44-yard line. Gabe, we haven't necessarily felt a whole lot of momentum shifts. Could what we just saw there be a momentum shift towards the Judson Rockets? I think we lost.
All right, guys, you
There he
there?
is.
Sorry about that.
All right.
Welcome back.
Yeah, there you go. I was actually pulling rubber pellets out of my foot. Sorry about that. But yeah, you're right. Andy, not sooner than you said you were expecting a big play from the Judson Rockets. You got it. There's still plenty of time left. 137 momentum is with the Rockets right now, and all their timeouts, I believe.
Chandler on the move.
Trying to create.
Yeah, he did. Oh, and there's a late flag right where he was tackled. He was tackled in midfield, and they threw the flag right where you see here late. Watch right there. You see the flag come in, and it's against. Yeah, that's twice that they've done that on Chandler scrambling.
There you see Chandler's ability to create. I mean, he looked out here, it was an RPO. He didn't like what he saw, and he went the other way with it. And again, he's special talent. He's able to get in there.
Face mask. Number 33 of the defense. 15 yards.
That's twice now. You know one thing about
first down.
Chandler's kind of got an unorthodox style of running.
It's
And I think
effective.
sometimes it leads to what you just saw there.
It's elusive, very elusive, hard to tackle. It's kind of like tackling water.
Ball at the 35. Chandler flares it out, is caught, and across the 30.
Tough running, man. Physical
Spencer.
football.
That's Spencer.
Nia Spencer, great job. Again, you see in the physicality of the game, the way it's supposed to be played.
Minute 10, all 3 timeouts, so Judson doesn't necessarily have to hurry here. And they moved early. Well, one of them was trying to hurry.
Yeah.
Well, I think you want to run the clock down and either score or to keep Lake Travis getting the ball back. One of the two or both.
Prior to the snap.
Yep.
False start. Number 71 of the offense. 5-yard penalty. Still 2nd down.
But with 3 timeouts, Andy, Judson has the opportunity to be patient with this drive.
Don't worry about getting a first down, and then you got some time here. But
Trips right. Shelton to the left. And they're going to throw it to Shelton. Nice ball caught at the 25. That's near a first down. Depends on the spot. Well, they spotted not where he caught it, but where he got bounced forward. So it's going to be 3rd down.
wow.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
He caught it around the 25, but then got bounced, and it's 3rd and 2. And they moved.
There's movement on both sides here. I mean,
well,
Prior to the snap. False start.
That's
number 77 of the
caught-
offense.
could be costly.
5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
now it's 3rd and 7. So they're 3rd and 2. 33 seconds left.
you call a timeout here and try to come up with the right play because the clock's going to run. They have all 3. They're down under 30 seconds to go. 3rd and 7. Kind of a feast or famine situation here. Hand to McCormick. McCormick, right side, and out of bounds with 12 seconds to go. Well, now you run it, get the first down, or hope to, and then take the timeout. But Judson doesn't want Lake Travis to have the football back here.
Now, you don't want to give them the chance to throw a Hail Mary or some sort of trickeration to get a cheap touchdown. Then you don't have to give the ball back, so you want to get the first down right here.
Well, our policy is to get the head coach at halftime. We'll see if that happens here. McCormick, maybe, at the 20. And he's free. Sincere McCormick all the way to the 1 with 4 seconds to go. And the clock runs down to 2. And now it's going to come down to a goal line play or a field goal.
That's the first
Or you just
Holy cow.
Or you just give the ball to number 3. I don't know. I mean, not that hard. He's a great running back. You saw his acceleration right there. Almost gets in the end zone, and now it's kind of decision time.
It is. All right, Gabe Farias, you're coaching Judson right now. Do you kick the field goal and take a 3-point lead, or do you go for it here on one play? You got one play from the 1.
Man, that's a hard. Man, I don't know. Again, this is why I never had a date in high school. You know what? I say line it up.
Fear commitment.
And line it up, give it to Sincere McCormick behind that big offensive line and try and get it in the end zone. I'd go for the TD. Andy, what do you do?
Yeah, I didn't come to lay up, man. Let's go for it right here. Put it in the end zone. You only got about 2 feet here on this, and 3's your guy. Big guys up front.
Well,
the jumbo package will bring it to Marvin Leal in the game right here. And if you got any kind of trickeration on the goal line, go with that right now. But Marvin Leal is in as the H-back.
He's not in the game.
McCormick's not in the game.
All right,
though.
so they got a sophomore that's just as
It
good.
looks to me like they're out of. Do they have enough players? One play here.
Yeah, they're missing one.
And they're short a player, and the H-back. Well, thank God for the timeouts if you're Judson.
That's what happens when you put a defensive player in the game. It confuses the guy that he went in for. Lopez was over here like, well, he's the H-back, or is he the tight end, or what are we doing?
And
so that's why they burned the timeout.
Cameron Lopez, who's just a sophomore. His dad is actually the basketball coach at Judson, and Cameron was supposed to be in on that play. But it looks like the Rockets are going to go for 6 here. This is a really big play because Lake Travis does get the ball to begin the second half.
Right. Well, DeMarvin's in there for a reason. Watch number 9.
No Sincere McCormick, though.
He'll be, this is a special deal right here. I don't know if they're going to try to throw him the ball maybe. But if I'm Lake Travis, I'm going to have to make sure that I probably tackle number 9 coming off the line of scrimmage.
And you know the sophomore is a load. DeAnthony Lewis. He's a big kid.
A lot of options right here.
185. I think that was at the start of the season. He's
straight snap to Chandler, let him go left.
Here we go, double H-back. Last play of the half.
Fumble.
And it's fumbled. And Judson gets nothing out of that drive. Let's go, Gabe Farias will have, well, that's the momentum for Lake Travis headed in there as they just fumbled the snap. Or fumbled the exchange. And that's why maybe the sophomore, that's a tough spot for him to be in. DeAnthony Lewis. Gabe Farias awaiting Coach Sean McCullough.
That's a no on the interview with Sean Gibbons. So back to you guys.
All right, Sean McCullough. Well, going to decline the interview. Well, this is an intense football
That's
game.
his right, man. I totally understand that. That's kind of how it is. If you've never coached and been in situations, I mean.
All right, he's coming back. Here we go.
Like I said, he's a great guy. He's going to come
An
back.
intense first half, 2 great football teams. I didn't expect anything less. What is it going to take for you guys to win this football game in the second half?
Well, we got to settle in offensively. We're killing ourselves with dumb penalties against a really good defense. We got to play smarter, on that. And then defensively, we just got to settle in too. A couple of the big plays came off of us not being us. And, if we can just settle our kids in, which they will, it's a big crowd. They got a great crowd. You got 2 big-time programs playing. Get them settled in, and we'll see what happens in the second half.
We're loving both of you guys selling it out. Best of luck second half.
Thank you.
All right, Coach.
A really big stop there for the Lake Travis Cavaliers to end the first half. And so we go to the break tied at 14. We'll be back. You're watching the High School Football Showcase Regional Championship presented by John Wayne Service Company on KCWX-TV. Back at the Alamodome. And what else would you expect from a regional championship but 2 great programs, both 6-time state champions, and we're tied at 14 here at the break as the Lake Travis Cavalier band set to enter the field here. Bobby Stotzenberger along with Andy Skelton from the Alamodome great first half of football. A lot of ebbs and flows with that one, but I tell you what, if Lake Travis wins this game, that stop at the end of the first half was huge. If Judson, they can erase it pretty quickly if they win the game. But that was a really big play there by Lake Travis, because now they're going to get the ball with a chance to take the lead instead of just getting the ball with a chance to tie. So that stop at the end of the first half, I think, was really big.
Right, and this is now why you see Coach Carter wins the toss at the beginning of the game, the first to the second half, understanding that it's going to be a tight ball game like this, and be able to take away and gain another possession or steal an extra possession in the ball game. But the ifs and buts, should they've gone for the field goal, all that. Ifs and buts for candies and nuts. We're all going to have a Merry Christmas. But coaches are coaches, and they're going to keep coaching at halftime and try to come out and play a heck of a second half, like you heard Coach McCullough talk about.
What I find interesting is these are two high-powered offenses that are kind of used to having their way.
Right.
You got to tip your hat to the defense.
Oh, these defenses are the real deal, man.
And Lake Travis has improved pretty dramatically over the course of the season defensively, and Judson's defense has stepped it up to a new level in the playoffs. And so you're seeing that evolve here in this game here, where both defenses have come to play.
Right, and if you're a fan of defensive football, this is your kind of ball game. A lot of people want to see 65 to 58. I'd rather see 21-14 and have a game where defenses are playing lights out. But that's the old school in me. It's all about, entertainment value and stuff like that nowadays. But if you're a high school coach, you appreciate this game right here and what the defenses are doing.
All right, we'll take a look at some of the numbers and the first half highlights when we return to the Alamodome with more of the High School Football Showcase, presented by John Wayne Service Company on KCWX TV. Back at the Alamodome, where it's tied 14-14 between the Judson Rockets and Lake Travis Cavaliers. As you see, Cavalier band working their way onto the field. And Andy, let's take a look at these first half numbers, as both of these defenses have played well, but you still got a pretty respectable number there, with particularly Judson, 236 yards. They get down there in scoring position at the end of the first half. That added to it, and maybe be the real difference. They had one more possession than Lake Travis, but overall, I'd say fairly even there, but that turnover is critical as well.
Yeah, in a game like this, the turnover ratio is probably going to be one of the key indicators, if not the indicator, who's going to win this ball game. The second one being the one that's not on this this overlay right here would be penalties.
Right.
We talked about it in the pregame, Judson. And again, it's not a criticism necessarily, but it's an observation that all year long, Judson's been prone. That's been their Achilles heel. They have several penalties. There's games where they've had 10, 15 penalties in a ball game, and right now they've had, I think, 6 penalties. 9 penalties for 80 yards.
Yeah.
With Lake Travis only having 2 penalties. But those add up, and those in a game like this, that could be a difference maker along with your turnovers.
Well, I tell you, Judson, that's a really nice number against a good Lake Travis defense, but not scoring at the end of the first half, coupled with the 9 penalties and 80 yards. Judson just has to clean some things up and finish drives, as they had an opportunity there and just didn't do it.
Yeah, and again, you heard Coach McCullough in his interview right there going in at the halftime. They got to beat Judson. They just got to settle down and beat Judson. They're more than capable of beating a team like Lake Travis right now. But they got to settle in, and you've seen a couple holding penalties on the offensive line up front. You've seen, whatever that call was on the kicking game, blocking below the waist when you're a covered team. Those are 15-yard penalties, though. Those add up. When you're a team like Lake Travis, they're going to make you pay for them.
All right, let's take a look now at the Lake Travis Cavalier band. They face the other way, but we'll catch some of the sights and sounds of the Cavalier marching band before we go into break. Let's take a listen in.
Travis fight song.
Well, the Cavalier Band has performed. They're performing to their crowd, which is the visitors here today, and why not? It's the playoffs. You can do that and soak in every moment as we have December football in the Alamodome, and the 6A regional final is tied at the break. Judson 14, Lake Travis 14, and you're watching the High School Football Showcase presented by John Wayne Service Company on KCWX TV. Well, the Judson High School Band has made their way onto the field here to perform at half as we take a look at some of the first half highlights of this one as Judson and Lake Travis knotted at 14 here at the break as the Starlight Drill Team and the Galaxy Dance Team set to perform. Good first half of football here. This is just one of three. Earlier today, Wagner with the big win to win their first ever regional championship as they defeated Mission Veterans Memorial. And the Brandeis Broncos will have their crack at it tonight at 6 here on KCWX as they take on the Westlake Chaparrals, also of Austin.
Three teams from San Antonio, also known as the 210. That's what some of the people are calling them here. Pulling for everybody in San Antonio today.
Well, these two teams meeting for the sixth time. This one the highest stakes yet as we take a look at the first half highlights here as Cavaliers and Judson Rockets ready to go here as it was a fake punt that got things going offensively for Judson to Rashad Wisdom.
Big first down pickup that time by Rashad. Gutsy called that time going for it.
Then old school Judson football. Toss sweep. Sincere McCormick gives Judson a 7-0 lead early on. But it was that penalty against Judson on the punt return from Lake Travis. One play later, they give it off to Stevens right down Main Street.
Wide open, getting in the end zone there to tie it up.
That tied it at 7. We were 7-7 after 1, and then Hudson Card to Garrett Wilson to cap an 80-play drive.
Yeah, we knew that was going to happen. He's a special athlete going up and getting that right there. You see his ability.
So Cavs led 14-7 at that point, but Anthony Shelton is a big play threat for Judson.
Great job that time. That was a one receiver route. They ran everybody off, ran the coverage off the top there. And Shelton does the rest, getting in the end zone.
That capped off a 6-play, 75-yard scoring drive for the Judson Rockets. And it tied the game at 14 as the Rocket Band and the Starlight Drill Team on the field. And let's take a listen in. Judson High School Band performing a little Christmas music here as they set up in the legendary Diamond J. Come off the field here as the Judson Rockets and Lake Travis Cavaliers tied at 14 at the break. We'll be back to the Alamodome with more of the High School Football Showcase presented by John Wayne Service Company on KCWX. Judson band off the field here. The Rockets will shine tonight, and they hope that they will. Andy, that was a fierce first half. Judson made some mistakes. And this is a team you just can't make mistakes or not cash in on opportunities. And so 14-14 tie, but at the same time, when you don't necessarily play your best football or your cleanest football and you're tied with a great team like Lake Travis, that says a lot about how good Judson is this year.
Well, they've been able to compensate for a lot of their miscues and their penalties throughout the season. And again, in a game like this, so far they're tied, but I don't know how much more they can stand to give in terms of not scoring with penalties and things like that as well. You're going to have to limit that here in the second half. You're going to have to play your best ball in the second half.
Well, we are standing by with hopefully to get Coach Hank Carter and the Lake Travis Cavalier coach as he is on the sidelines. He looks really loose over there, just hugging one of his coaches and smiling. And you know what? At the end of the day, I know this is stressful for from a coach's standpoint,
No,
Andy.
it's not.
But you know what? At the end of the day, you want to have fun with it, and you like to see a guy like that in a legendary program just smiling, having fun. You're in a 14-14 dogfight with a great football team.
Yeah, and you love the kids, you love the coaches you coach with. You know, why not have a good time while you're doing the whistle, while you work a little bit? And again, that rubs off on your kids. You play a little looser, you're not so uptight, and things like that as well.
Both teams return to the field here at the Alamodome. A really impressive performance by the other Judson ISD team here today. That was the Wagner Thunderbirds as they win their first ever regional championship in football. Congratulations to Coach Charlie Bruce. Wagner defeats Missions Veterans Memorial 54-21 as they roll into the semifinal round. Judson trying to match. Can you call them little brother now? They've been around for a while. They're grown up little brother.
They're growing up.
The baby is the Veterans Memorial of Judson ISD.
Yeah, baby bro's grown up. They grew up in a hurry in their first year under Coach Richard Mendoza as well. So, a lot of growing up done this year by the Judson ISD schools.
So the Rockets will kick off to begin this second half. And this is a huge drive here to start things off, the old tone setter for the second half.
Yep, the biggest drive for both offenses is going to be their first drive in the half, and whether it's the first half or the second half here, set the tone, set the tempo. You'll start to see some halftime adjustments starting to take color here in the first couple drives and get an idea what they're trying to do, or if they keep coming out. And like we said, they're probably going to do a lot of the same stuff they did, just try to perfect the execution on it and limit the penalties and things like that.
Elsewhere in 6A Division I, middle of the third quarter, Allen with a 23-0 lead over Waco Midway. Midway, a state finalist last year in D2. Allen, a state champion in D1. Coming up at 4:30 at the Ford Center in Frisco, Duncanville and South Lake Carroll, both of those teams unbeaten. Also in Houston at NRG Stadium tonight at 6, Cy-Fair. The Bobcats were D2 state champs last year. They beat Midway in the championship game. And they take on the North Shore Mustangs, who are undefeated and nationally ranked as well. We're ready to go here in the second half. The Cavaliers and Rockets take the field. This thing came all the way down to the wire last year. Judson had a chance to tie. They had one final opportunity, but Lake Travis got a sack of Jalon Williams to end the game essentially, and Judson had no chance to tie. They lose by 8. Cavaliers go all the way to the state title game. Here we are a year later in the regional finals as Villarreal will kick it off for Judson. Pops it up near side of the field, and it is fair caught by Grayson Sandlin, and it will be Cavalier football here with pretty good field position to start the second half.
If you're Judson right here, you kind of want to make a statement with your defense as well by making sure you get in there and keep doing what you did in the first half in regards to harassing Hudson Card, making him have to be hurried, throwing the ball. If you don't get to him, at least you're hurrying him and making his passes off the mark.
And so it is first down here for Lake Travis. Cavaliers in the black pants, white jerseys, and black helmets. Stevens to the right of Hudson Card. Gonna hand it to him. Stevens trying to get outside, can't. Knocked out of bounds after a gain of about 1.
Yeah, trying to go to the short side of the field that time. Great job by Gabriel Jellison. Jelly, as his teammates call him.
Sean Brown-Nixon, I should say.
Great job running him out of bounds right there.
Great story on the helmets, by the way, here from both of these teams. Second down and 8. Card back to throw. Rush on. Flushes to his right. Hit as he throws, and it's out of bounds. Thrown away. But Lake Travis has the LT logo. They put a star in the LT for each state championship, and they've got the L already full with 5. They put 1 in the T for their 6th state championship. Judson with the Diamond J. It first appeared in 1977. They have a state record, 41 consecutive winning seasons ever since they first debuted that way back in 1977. The Trees family of Judson came up with that logo. It is third down and 9 here for the Lake Travis Cavaliers. Empty backfield. They'll rush 3. Card flushed again and continues upfield and throws complete. On the run for a first down as Eves makes the grab, and it's so hard to cover for that extended period of time.
Well, Corey Parks, number 32 for Judson, almost got there. Great job by Card extending the play. Great job by Eves coming back on a scramble drill, flattening out and coming across the field there to make that catch.
Ball at the 40-yard line. New set of downs as they have Wilson stacked behind Eves to the right side. And they're going to hand the ball off to Nixon, and he's going to get stopped for a loss on the play. That is Sean Brown Nixon, senior running back.
Michael
Washington, number 16 for Judson, coming in there and upending him for no gain there.
Second down and 10. With that conversion, Cavaliers now 3 out of 7 on third down conversions. Moving right to left here in the third, just underway. Card looks over the defense. Judson showing blitz. Or will they back off? Nope, they're bringing it. Card sets up and fires it deep for Garrett Wilson. Hit in stride. And that is going to be a Lake Travis Cavalier touchdown. Read it just right, 60 yards. Cavaliers have the lead.
Well, that shows you the explosive speed of Garrett Wilson, the tools that he possessed. Ran right by Kenyon Morgan that time. And great ball by Hudson Card. Judson bringing the 2 inside linebackers here. They still had some help here, but they ran a little inside move by Wilson there down the hash mark.
Garrett Wilson, 60 yards from Hudson Card. That stop at the end of the first half. Otherwise, it could be tied at 21 here, or 20. Instead, Lake Travis with the lead again. High snap on the extra point. Good job by the holder getting it down. Lake Travis now 21 and Judson 14. 10:30 to go here in the third. You're watching the High School Football Showcase presented by John Wayne Service Company on KCWX TV. Well, Lake Travis did exactly what they wanted to do there. Andy, as they score on the first possession of the second half. 5 plays and 73 yards, 60 yards Hudson Card to Garrett Wilson.
Yeah, and again, that was a heck of a catch by Wilson that time. But if you're Judson right here, you got to make sure you make, number one, get this return right here. Number two, go back to work. You know, Judson's got a couple of those guys, too, that can make big plays. So like we said, you just got to keep playing, keep doing what you do.
And it's those adjustments at the half that could be a difference maker. Nathan Elisor will kick it off for Lake Travis. He'll go ahead and boot this one deep. And Washington going to settle under it at the 4-yard line, right side of the field, to the 20, up to the 25-yard line. Body's flying in there as he stopped at the 27, and now can Judson answer is the question.
Exactly. I tell you what, these kids are flying around, man. This is a physical ball game. They sense the urgency here, and it's fun to watch. The mixed mismatches and matchups of these kids. But right there, you see them coming down on kickoff coverage right there, throwing their bodies in there and trying to knock the ball loose. So it's important. The ball is an important thing, obviously, in this ball game here. But Judson needs to go to work here. Sincere McCormick is back in the backfield.
First down and 10, Judson. McCormick right up the middle. Straight ahead goes Sincere to the 35-yard line, gain of 8.
There you go, straight ahead. Sincere McCormick with the big nasties for Judson. Do some work there. And again, get back in your rhythm, get back in your groove as an offense here. Settle in.
Trips left. High snap. Chandler going to keep it. Dances, spins, comes around to the right, heads to the sideline, and will step out of bounds short of the first down by about a yard.
Yeah, he didn't know where the sticks were because he came over to Judson's sideline where the first down markers were not. So he had a hard time to figure out what he needed to step at. He probably would have tried to get the first down. In any case, brings up a 3rd down and 1 here.
McCormick has 13 carries for 75 yards so far.
Keep feeding him the rock.
Tight end right. Trips left. Chandler all the way. I don't think he got there. I don't know that Mike Chandler knew where he needed to get.
That's what I just said. I don't know that they don't have a first down marker on that side. Normally, some stadiums have that little orange thing that's on the ground so quarterbacks, running backs can tell. But
that kind of almost deflated kind of drive here by Judson. You don't see, other than the McCormick run, really I don't know, Mike Chandler, like I said, it looked like he lost where he was at.
Well, they're going to bring the chains all the way across the field here.
Yeah. Let's go to Gabe down on the sideline. Gabe, you got any better view of that?
Yeah, I think he's going to be short by just a hair. I'm actually right on top of it. I'm going to take a look. A lot of red jerseys, including number 9, who's probably the biggest one.
Yeah. Oh.
I got it. Right once again, guys. Back to you.
It's easy to make.
Well, maybe Mike Chandler knew where he was at.
Yeah, exactly.
He knew more than we did.
It's easy to make predictions and calls when you're not pulling the trigger for real. So.
The funniest part is just the whole idea, the process of bringing the chains.
Yeah, all
53 and a third all the way across. New set of downs for Judson. They trail by 7 here in the regional championship. Judson 12-0. They missed the game because of the weather down in Harlingen.
Man coverage, man free.
As they go to McCormick again. And that defensive front for Lake Travis has just been unpushable most of the game.
Well, that time they actually brought an outside linebacker and slid the front just as the ball was snapped and slid into a man-free coverage. Brought one extra guy that time. 2nd
down and 9. As Chandler going to throw, and he throws it too high. Intended for Shelton that time. So 3rd down and 9 coming for the Judson Rockets. They are 2 out of 7 on 3rd down conversions today.
They're going to have to be smart on this one. You got Lake Travis shuffling in some personnel here, but the last 2 plays, Bobby, Lake Travis has been disguising their defense and bringing guys late and rotating coverage, and I think maybe Chandler had a hard time recognizing that on that last throw.
Big 3rd down here. Chandler, rush on, scramble drill, throws, deflected, intercepted. I believe, yes, it's deflected, and it's picked off by Lake Travis. Copeland Gothard is in the right place at the right time.
Yep, Johnny on the spot right there. Ball was tipped. Chandler trying to get the ball in there. Wouldn't have been enough for a first down anyways, but.
And you look at this game, and it was Judson that felt like they let one get away last year. So you think about
Lake Travis.
Great job of getting that in. That was close to being bobbled. But Lake Travis, they seem to have a little bit more fire in this second half.
The energy right here on the near sideline here, even the Rocket faithful sitting on their butts are not up and moving and being excited like normal, and you can feel that. That's a tangible thing. That's a real thing here. Doesn't have to get the fire back.
And so Lake Travis a chance for a 2-score lead. And Card's going to roll right. He's going to throw to Garrett Wilson, who makes the catch near a first down.
They're doing a good job of using Wilson on a bunch of different concepts there. Hit made by with Morgan there, number 13. That's the guy that's on him most of the game. They got help over the top. Joe Crawford, number 20, is over the top of him. They got stacked formation again, as you see right there with Eves and Wilson.
And so it's first down and 10 here for the Cavaliers. Going to throw it out to Eves, gets a block from Wilson, and takes it forward to the Judson 35-yard line.
Again, that's Lake Travis. That's vintage Lake Travis. We saw it last year. That's their quick game. They get the ball out of the quarterback's hands in a hurry, and once ends up being like part of their run game.
Lake Travis looks like the more polished and confident team at the moment, as we're at the 8:23 mark of the third and a 7-point lead. Nixon Brown, the running back, 2nd and 5. Card going to throw it out to Eves again. Same play, other side, first down.
It's not broke, don't fix it. They went back to it to the other side, like you said there. Another big chunk of yardage by Eves going to get the first down here.
He averages 16 yards a catch. These have been short run after catch type plays, but it's enough for a Cavalier first down.
Well, somebody on the Judson defense needs to light the spark. They need to make a play that ignites the energy and gets the momentum swinging back in the direction of the Rockets.
Eves now 7 catches for 118 yards. Nixon, big hole, right side to the 20, to the 15, and a Cavalier first down and a run of 15 yards.
Brought down near the 15-yard line. Good for a Cavalier.
Great job up front by the Lake Travis offensive line. Now it's just becoming a man-on-man thing, and they're playing angles with it. Back-to-back first downs for Lake Travis.
Portland Inicio is the running back now. Wilson and Eves over to the left side of the formation. Those guys have been unstoppable here for much of this game. Empty the backfield here for Card on first down. Card going to throw, and a little misfire there as he was looking for Sandlin.
And they're trying to run outside receiver deep that time to kind of blow the top off the coverage and put Sandlin one-on-one with Gabriel Jellison, the outside linebacker for Judson that time, but in case the ball was off the mark.
Card to today, 15 of 25, 214 yards and 2 touchdowns. As Brown Nixon in the backfield, shifts him to the left, 2nd down and 10. Garrett Wilson, jet sweep. Garrett Wilson stops at the 10. There's a flag down. Inside the 10, Wilson goes. That is in the area of holding.
They're going to get a hold on the outside right here. It looks like number 11, Sandlin.
This is a pretty big drive here, Andy. A 2-touchdown lead is looking really good if Lake Travis can convert.
Number 11, now 10-yard line.
We'll see how that penalty plays out on this drive. Those typically can be drive killers.
2nd down now. That's the spot of the foul, which happened at the 10, so they move it back to the 20. And replay 2nd down and 15. Stevens over to the left of Card, throwing down again as they've aired it out. They got Garrett Wilson spread out right. They fake it to Eves. Card rolls, looking, firing to the end zone, and it is overthrown. He was trying to find Weston Stevens.
Pretty good coverage that time by Michael Washington. They were trying to actually bring Garrett Wilson across on an under route, on a drag, trying to get him open. In any case, that was great pressure brought by Judson and kind of threw off the timing that time of Hudson Card.
Timeout on the field. You're watching the High School Football Showcase presented by John Wayne Service Company on KCWX TV. Welcome back to the Alamodome. That's Big Chad Wolf, the 6'5" senior left tackle, coming out of the game now for Lake Travis. And boy, you need all those offensive linemen against this Judson defensive front. And he's a key component there for LT.
Yeah, no doubt. And again, it's been a real physical ball game so far today, Bobby. And, you hate to see a big guy like that. I'm a fan of the big nasties. You know that. I've coached offensive line for a lot of years, and I hate to see the big ones go like that.
Well, the way that he's going off,
he's not putting any weight on it.
I don't think we'll see him again.
Not
like it. 3rd down and 15. A big conversion attempt here for Lake Travis. They're 3 out of 7 today. They lead at 21-14. Card looks over the defense. Takes the snap, pumps, trying to set up a screen. Leal.
Marvin, it's a fumble.
Running well.
The referee said it's a complete pass.
Oh, holy cow. Let's say, well, Corey Parks thought he had 6 the other way. Well, last year there was a strip by Judson.
Yep.
Then the whistle was blown. There would have been a touchdown to take the lead. Let's see.
Great job by DeMarvin Leal coming off the edge. Strip sack all the way. Wow.
That's a bad call, folks.
Yeah, it is not. And nothing we can do about it. And that happened last year. And Coach McCullough is animated, and he has every right to be.
Wow. That should have been a touchdown for Judson. Instead, it's going to be a Lake Travis field goal attempt, as Hayes McCannon will try a field goal from 27 yards.
Coach McCullough is not happy.
They're not going to show the replay in the dome. Gabe Fadias.
No, they're not going to say. We probably shouldn't show it again because it's firing me up.
Well, here it is.
Hell of a play.
No.
Guys, it is so deafening loud down here. I'm guessing that you threw it to me because you're not talking.
That's kind of a big deal. That's kind of a big deal, Mr. Official.
That could have been, probably should have been a Corey Parks
touchdown.
Yes, I agree.
Gabe, how does Judson overcome the emotion of that?
Well, guys, I'm here directly in line with it right here, standing at about the 30, about the 20-yard line. I watched the Marvin Leal strike the ball. The ball was not going forward. It came out clearly. That should have been a scoop and score touchdown for the Judson Rockets. I know these guys ain't perfect and they don't get paid a whole lot of money, but that was absolutely the wrong no call.
If you're an official and you don't know, you don't blow. And if you're an official watching this game, take note.
Hayes McCannon for
that's a big deal.
37-yard field goal attempt to make it a 2-score lead. Kick is on its way, floating up, and this one will go through. So that could be a potential 10-point swing there as the Cavaliers get the field goal to make it 24-14 with 6:15 to go here in the third. You're watching the High School Football Showcase presented by John Wayne Service Company on KCWX-TV. Seven-yard field goal there by Nathan Ellisor is the end result of a 7-play, 13-yard scoring drive for Lake Travis that took a whopping 6:15 off the clock. And the biggest part of that whole drive was the scoop and score that wasn't. And now we have a 2-possession game.
Well, if you're Judson, you got to keep pedaling, you got to keep playing, keep your head down. Good things happen to great people, and keep playing.
And so Lake Travis with a 10-point lead instead of a tied game. Here's the kick. Washington takes it at the 9, right side of the field. And he'll step out at the 22-yard line. Cavaliers have covered well all game. Well, you know, you want to get it right if you're the guys in stripes, and sometimes you get it wrong, and when you get it wrong in a critical situation like that, that just gets everybody worked to the nth degree.
Yeah, that's all right. That guy got a real job he goes to on Monday. Coaches don't.
So it's first down here at the 23-yard line. Now Judson has to respond. Either way, they're going to have to respond.
Yeah, no doubt. They got to keep playing right here. Sincere McCormick's in the ball game here. We got movement. We got shifting by the Lake Travis Cavaliers, and they drew them offside. They're probably barking while they're doing it. That's cheating too.
The defense, they've been shifting. They've been
That's
doing
fine.
that.
They can shift, but they can't bark the snap count. They can't make noise and try to simulate a snap count. So if that happens again, look for Sean McCullough to make sure the referees understand that.
Let's see here. That is now 10 penalties against Judson. 10 penalties, 85 yards. 1st and 15 now. Chandler going to run it right up the middle. Chandler belted. Big hit there at the end, but Mike Chandler picks up about 13 yards.
He likes what he saw right there. He had a receiver open too, but he saw green grass. He pulled it down and went and got a big chunk.
2nd down and a yard. McCormick up the middle, not going to get there. Good stop by the Lake Travis defense, and they're kind of timing things really well here off cadence, I believe, because they make that shift and then they plugged all the gaps pretty frequently here. 3rd down, this is big. 3rd and 1. Chandler will keep it. He'll get the 1st down.
What you got to do, get the 1st down, move the chains, settle in. You're only down 10 here.
Good for a Rocket 1st down.
At the 34-yard line. 1st down and 10. Chandler deep drop. Scramble. And he's going to throw this one away.
Yeah, good pressure that time. Smart decision. Line up and play 2nd down here.
Five minutes to go. Lots of time in this one. We're in the 3rd quarter of play. Lake Travis with a 10-0 lead, Andy, in this 3rd quarter. Judson trying to answer.
Double formation right here.
4 wide set, 2 each way, and another procedure.
Yeah, they're
something's going on.
They got to be barking or something, Bobby, because that's, I mean, and again, I'm an offensive line guy.
11 penalties.
And that's what they're telling. They're saying that, yeah. You see Big 79 right there for Judson. He's trying to explain what's going on. That's Jaleel Rice, man. He played a few ball games, and if they're doing some stuff on the other side of the ball, that needs to be dealt with by the officials.
Well, it's hard. I mean, obviously, we can't hear from here, but if they're complaining about it, then...
Well, they're moving as the other team's moving, so I'm just saying. And again, defensive coaches might want to argue with me, and that's fine, but...
2nd and 15.
That's cheating.
2nd and 15. Draw play. McCormick, very well read there by the Cavaliers in a gain of only 3. I'll tell you what, they have been on Sincere McCormick. And he's still got a pretty good game going because he is Sincere McCormick.
We're used to his 10 yards of carry plus, you know. And right
Third
now,
down.
it's tough sledding right now.
3rd down and 12. Flags. Another penalty. Holy cow.
Yep. Well, they're going to let him keep doing it. That's what's going to happen.
Right at snap. Ball start, number 30. 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
Sincere McCormick today with 16 carries for 80 yards. That's normally a pretty good game, but for his standards, a little different. 3rd down, now 12 penalties against Judson. McCormick, or rather Chandler, deep drop. He's going to scramble around and find himself free and rolling to the sidelines, and he'll throw it in coverage, and it is caught by Bailey, but out of bounds. Amarie Bailey called that in at the 42-yard line, but they're ruling it incomplete.
That was a great effort coming back to the football. Scramble rules in effect there. Deep routes come back short routes go deep. Sideline routes come back across. And that's a kid right there trying to make a play, Bobby. Great job extending the play.
Now Judson really now having pressure, Andy, that they have not had on them all season, and now they're
part of that has
trying
to do
get
with
up off the mat.
With what's happening up front with the D-line moving around, and the offensive line has to sit in there, and then now they're on their heels, so that has a lot to do with that.
Eves back to receive. McCormick to punt. Good punt. Eves going to backpedal, and it takes a good roll for Judson. And it will roll down to the 10-yard line. Well, the scoreboard,
First and 10 Cavaliers.
how, isn't it 24-14?
It should be a 10-point game.
It's 24-14. The scoreboard says 27-14, but it is 24-14. So Lake Travis football with a 10-point lead.
That Judson defense.
They got 3 points from somewhere. That didn't happen.
Yeah, that's not the right score that's on there.
It's 24. Anyway,
Judson needs to get a turnover right here, knock the ball loose, do something.
Ball at the 10-yard line for Hudson Card. Handoff.
Great job by
Offside,
Wood.
nowhere to go for Weston Stevens. And now a late flag. And here we go. Oh my. Judson's about to get their 13th penalty.
Yeah.
Things have just gone completely unraveled for Judson, and it started with the scoop and score that wasn't. And that's going to give Lake Travis out of the back of their end, and they may discuss and wipe, I don't know, or will they pick the flag up, or will they count the penalty?
You got to let the kids play. I mean,
I'm not sure if we have a replay, but
Number 9 on the defense. 15-yard penalty, automatic, first down.
that is against the Marvin Leal.
well, ain't one of the best athletes on the field. I guess that's one way to stop him.
Well, that is now 13 penalties, 110 yards, and we're still in the third quarter.
First and 10 Cavaliers.
Ball at the 25-yard line for Lake Travis. And now Cavs got to be thinking run clock too, as they give it to Nixon, going right with it, and a short gain on the play. Nice tackle there by Joel Crawford.
Yeah, Crawford coming up, upended him here. And
Crawford on the tackle.
again, they're doing a good job of fitting from the secondary here. Minimal gain on that.
Ball marked at the
That is
29-yard line.
a staggering stat that has really hurt Judson. 13 penalties and 105 yards.
It's almost humorous in a way.
Second down and 4. As Hudson Card looks over the defense. The scoreboard says 27-14. The score is actually 24-14. Card going to clear it out to Wilson. Wilson with a spin move.
That's a hold.
Holding penalty as he's brought down by Joel Crawford. Another nice open field tackle.
That's how you play that right there. Great job coming up here.
Judson's going to need some breaks here, Andy, because things right now, before that, really working against the Rockets.
Keep playing. That's all you can do. You're not going to change the guys that are out there in black and white, so keep playing.
You can control what you can control.
Amen.
All right, so first down, or second down, they'll replay second down. They'll move it. I'm surprised nobody has brought the score to the attention of the clock operator. It's 24, folks. 24-14. Second down and 14. Card going to throw, and this is
Great
tipped.
job.
Incomplete.
Kenyon Morgan.
Intended for Garrett Wilson.
Great job getting underneath that time by Kenyon Morgan. Read the eyes of the quarterback. Third and long right here, Bobby.
So the clock stops here with 2:33 in the third. Lake Travis with a 10-point lead. And now they motion Stevens out of the formation. Draw play, Hudson Card. Not going to get there. Fun time now for Lake Travis.
Good hold by the Judson defense here.
They fix the board. 24. That is the correct score now, folks. Well, you got Rashad Wisdom going back to receive. I would think Hudson Card's going to try to keep it away from him if he can, but you also on the other side are going to have Kenyon Morgan, who's also explosive.
They're using their 2 deep punt return this time here. Usually Rashad Wisdom typically is back by himself. They're going to go ahead and put 2 back here.
Fourth down and 11. rush. Card straight to the sideline. And out of bounds right near midfield.
Good field position here for the Rockets.
Now the Judson offense has really struggled here, Andy, of late. So what is the answer here for Coach Rodney Williams?
Do your best this play. You go get it right now, one play at a time.
And stay in your stance if you're up front.
Right, and you got to try to sit in there. And again, there's some stuff going on up front, man. I'm telling you, there is. But they got to sit in there and play within what the referees are letting go on.
Stack formation to the right, twins to the left. And there it is again. Unbelievable.
False start, the offensive line. 5-yard penalty. Go first down.
11. Now 14 penalties. It's the same penalty over and over again.
Yeah, so you're telling me that.
Well, how many procedure penalties is that in the second, just in this quarter? 5 or 6?
Yeah, apparently they're not real good up front at Judson.
So first and 15 again. It's been a first and 15 quarter. Chandler looks deep, throws it deep, and it's incomplete. He was going for the home run there to Marcus Harmon in double coverage. Was that a lack of patience, maybe, or just trying to?
That's a little bit of frustration all the way around, and everybody involved right now, I believe, they're trying to, you don't have to get it all back right now. You're only down 10. But they went in and took a shot there, line back up, and try to get those offensive linemen back in the groove, man. That's what you need to do. That's going to be the key to this thing. Get those guys lathered up, let them mush on some bodies, get the ball to 3, let's go.
Second down now and 15. McCormick splits the defense.
There you go.
40, 35, Sarah McCormick gets a Rocket first down.
There you go. Go back to your bread and butter. Go back to the nuts and bolts of your offense. Great job up front, little counter look, pulling the backside lineman there. Good job hitting the hole, being patient by 3. First down, Judson.
At the 34-yard line. This time, Chandler going to scramble. Boy, he gave up on that one in a hurry.
And that's a little RPO look that we saw earlier.
Yeah.
And he came out the back door, but they had him spied up that time by linebacker number 30, looked like there by Lake Travis. You've said his name before a couple times, Mauricio Trevino.
Well, it looked like Chandler might have given up on that call slightly early, but it's second down and 11. Chandler option play to the right. He's going to run it to the left, though. He's going to try to get to the edge and not going to get there. Very good inside-out pursuit there by the Cavaliers.
Yeah, they got a little lateral speed themselves. Lake Travis does. Good job by Hunter Simo.
And Mike Chandler had transferred out of Johnson. He had to make a lot of plays for the Jaguars. Seems like he's maybe trying a little bit too hard to make something big, special happen and settle down a little bit more. Third down and 10. Chandler going to throw. The receiver knocked down.
That should have been a flag.
And it's incomplete as it's overthrown. That time, Marcus Harmon was actually knocked all the way to the ground. And so the pass goes incomplete. And is this too close to punt? Too far to kick?
Now you look at it statistically. Go ahead and go for it here. You can throw a ball down the field, it gets picked, just like a punt. You saw with Mission Vets, they punted the ball twice all game. They went for it every fourth down.
9 seconds to go here in the third. It was 14-14 at the half. It's 24-14 Cavaliers now. Caught, but that's going to be stopped well short of the first down. They just run a swing pass to Kenyon Morgan, and that ends the third. After 3, Lake Travis 24, Judson 14. You're watching the High School Football Showcase presented by John Wayne Service Company on KCWX-TV. We start the fourth quarter of play. Let's head to the sideline gate for this. Judson trying to gain some momentum here, but the Cavaliers have thwarted every attempt at that. I'm not sure Gabe can hear us anymore. It is loud down here. On the Alamodome turf. Cavaliers 1st and 10. Huge drive right here. Card drops back. Leal gives chase. Gonna throw it away.
Good pressure that time again. Got Marvin Leal out there along with Samari Crane harassing the quarterback. Keep doing it. That's what you need to do if you're the defense.
Marvin Leal is pressure ball out of bounds, 2nd and 10.
It is 2nd down and 10. I think we got Gabe now after this play. Hand off to Nixon. Check that. That is the sophomore Stevens. Can't get outside and stop at the 34. Gabe, a lot of folks here in the stands cheering for Judson, but they've been kind of quiet in the second half because of the momentum.
Yeah, you know what? I agree with Andy earlier. It was kind of an eerie calm at the start of this football game. I've been to several Judson football games where the crowd, all the intangibles are going crazy. They're definitely on their feet. They're making some noise right now, but 11:24 remaining in the 4th quarter. We need some magic for the Judson Rockets, that's for sure.
Cavaliers 3 out of 10 on 3rd downs. This is 3rd and 5. Judson showing pressure. Come with it late. Card in trouble, and he's sacked. Williams got to him that time at the 29-yard line.
Great pressure. Nice dialed up defense right here for Coach Sitton, the defensive coordinator of Judson. Here you see safety coming, linebackers coming. No place for Card to go here. He steps up, no matter which way he goes. Nose guard Big Williams, number 68, there was the one that actually planted him.
And Cloud right there as well. So Card going to punt here on 4th down. He has done a good job of avoiding Kenyon Morgan and Rashad Wisdom on these punts. They've conceded field position to prevent a return. Snap. End over end. And Rashad Wisdom going to let it bounce. And it will roll down at the 34-yard line. But the question is, can the Judson offense, Andy, get it going here? They have absolutely struggled in this second half.
Yeah, they need to find a way right here. They got a bunch of weapons. Just a matter of what Coach, offensive coordinator Rodney Williams decides the way he's going to go here. And again, I think number 3 is your answer. You got to keep trying to run the ball a little bit somehow, some way, and then see if that opens it up for you down the field.
Lots of time and 3 timeouts. Chandler going to throw to Shelton. Shelton trying to get upfield. You hear the coach is telling him to get upfield. He only gets 2 yards there. Well defended by the Cavaliers.
Yeah, again, they have great closing speed, too. And there's Hunter Simo, again, defensive end out there on it. When you get that ball like that, you don't have time to dance around. You get the ball, get upfield right now. 2nd
down and 8 now. Chandler going to keep going left. Chandler to the sidelines. And he's out of bounds short of the 1st down. I'm wondering why Chandler is, I don't know, Andy, maybe panicked a little bit. He didn't have a sense of where that was. I think he could have got to the 45.
Well, there's no markers on the home side. There's no way for him to know without looking pre-snap to what yard line he is, and I don't think he's doing that.
3rd down and 1. Give to McCormick. He's going to get the 1st down. Not by much, as that was well defended by Nick Villarreal, but it is a new set of downs.
There you go, get a 1st down. Worry about the things you can control. Line back up here. Maybe a little sense of urgency. Clock is running.
Judson trails by 10. It was 14-14 at the half. Chandler drops, fires it deep for Shelton. Incomplete, but pass interference coming because defender really reached up and grabbed the arms. That was Lake McCray. He pulled the arms.
Great stutter move right here, little hitch and go. And a great job. You watch him get inside right at the end right there, and that's what initiates the contact. You see his arm right there on the You can't do that.
Actually, believe it or not a bad penalty if you think about it. Because Shelton very well could just blow past you and score there.
Instead of give up the touchdown, you only give it up.
On the defense. 15-yard penalty.
As a coach, are the defensive backs, are you in that situation? You train to, it's better to interfere than give up a 6?
I know a lot of coaches that teach that. I mean, you're at the high school level, it's a 15-yard penalty, not a spot foul. So take the 15 instead of giving up the deep ball.
At the 39, first down, Judson. McCormick starts left, cuts back right, and has it to the 37-yard line.
Be deliberate. Be deliberate. What you doing if you're Judson right here again? Get outside of yourself and do the things you can control.
19 carries, 102 yards. It's the 1 yard that he didn't get that's looming large right now. High snap, Chandler fields it though. Going to throw it deep for Shelton again. And he's got it. And it's caught for a Judson touchdown. Beautiful throw. Great route. Touchdown, Judson Rockets.
Great call, Rodney Williams, offensive coordinator of Judson. They like something they're seeing with the matchup with Shelton there. He gets behind the coverage. See it right here. Eyes never come off of him. That was his target all the way. Throws it down. Hash mark. Lets Shelton go and get it right there. Throws him open at the end of that. Great throw, great catch, Judson.
And so, big extra point here for Villarreal. And he boots it through. Lake Travis 24, Judson 21. 8:53 to play. You're watching the High School Football Showcase, presented by John Wayne Service Company on KCWX TV. We got a game, folks, here at the Alamodome. A 5-play, 65-yard drive there in Judson. Didn't take long, a minute 22. Mike Chandler to Anthony Shelton, 37 yards. Twice those two have hooked up. Again, coming up at the end of the game, we will have our John Wayne player of the game. You can vote all the way up to game's end at johnwayne.com. Rockets going to kick it off. Short kick along the sidelines. Rashad Wisdom catches it. Again, go online. Right there, you see it, johnwayne.com. If you're right, you win that cool player of the game cap, and you are registered automatically to win a $25,000 home makeover from John Wayne Service Company. This is not all here today. On KCWX here, Channel 2, we will also have Brandeis versus Austin Westlake. Westlake, the only team to beat this Lake Travis Cavalier team this year. Judson trying to be the second.
On the kicking team. 5 yards from the Alabama spot. First.
Cavalier football. First down and 10. Hudson Card. Sends Stevens in motion. Going to run the draw. Judson spied him though. No gain for Hudson Card.
Nowhere to go that time. You're not going to fool anybody on that. Gabriel Jellison. Get on the tackle there.
They do get a yard, so 2nd and 9. Quince out to the left. Garrett Wilson to the right. Card looks to the sideline again for more signals. Takes the snap. This time, throws it deep, and it's over the wrong shoulder as it was intended for Kyle Leaves. He looked over the inside shoulder, but thrown over the outside shoulder there by Card.
Yeah, I don't know if that was miscommunication or just a bad ball. In any case, you're absolutely right on that. The ball was, receiver was looking the wrong way, the ball was on the wrong side.
Third down here. Lake Travis 4 for 10, no, 4 for 11 on third downs. Garrett Wilson split out right, Quince left. Card takes the snap, fires it. Here it is. Oh, gets past the defender, and Eves is going to walk it to the end zone. The defender broke on the ball for the interception. He didn't get there in time, and Eves has a Lake Travis touchdown.
Yeah, that was Crawford that time. I mean, he took a shot at it, tried to go get it underneath, but he had no help behind him. He was the behind help. And see if we see it here on the replay, but he catches that. That's a pick six, but he missed, and it went the other way for six here.
Now that's a big swing there.
Here you see him jump it.
Almost got there, but couldn't quite make it, and that is a huge touchdown for the Lake Travis Cavaliers because it puts them up by 2 scores once again. Now the pressure really on the Judson Rockets. Extra point is booted through. Lake Travis 31, Judson 21, 7:51 to play. You're watching the High School Football Showcase presented by John Wayne Service Company on KCWX-TV. Well, both of these teams are super capable of big plays. You saw one there. Lake Travis 65-yard drive in 3 plays. On a 3rd and 9, they get a 64-yard touchdown pass. Hudson Card to Kyle Eves, who I think more so than Garrett Wilson has been the difference maker, Andy. He's up to 8 catches, 182 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
A lot of that's what Judson's doing to take away Garrett Wilson. That was by design, so somebody else has to step up for Lake Travis, and it's been Eves.
So here's the kick. It is going to be taken at the 5-yard line. Down low to the ground is Spencer, but he's returning it, and he fumbles it, and it is recovered by Lake Travis, it appears. That could be the backbreaker. And the Cavs have it.
That should be
Turnover. Nick Villarreal with the recovery. And Spencer just coughed it up there. A big hit along the way, and Spencer is still down.
Pretty good shot that time to knock the ball loose.
Well, now if you're Lake Travis, you have a chance here to put this one away with a touchdown, a field goal. Now if you're Judson, you're playing here for a field goal attempt. And I'll tell you what, there's no doubt that Spencer took a shot there. And there is a penalty flag on the play.
Yeah, that penalty flag's going to be on Lake Travis. Let me see the number of the guy that had the football. He spiked it on the ground.
Let's go to Gabe Farias on the sideline. Gabe.
Yeah, guys, man, talk about a game of missed opportunities for the Judson Rockets. A scoop and score that should have taken place. The Sincere McCormick missing a touchdown by about a yard, not delivering on that first and goal with a couple of seconds left. You know, guys, if this does not work out in the way of the Judson Rockets, which it's looking really tough right now, they have got to get a stopper at the very minimum, only give up a field goal, keep it within a 2-score game. There's going to be a lot of woulda, shoulda, couldas. And Andy, I know you've been a coach for a long, long time, and coaches don't want to hear or talk about that, but that's kind of the reality of this football game right now.
Well, they just got to play right now. And it's all about the now. All that other stuff that people want to talk about and have an opinion about, their opinions don't matter. The credit belongs to the kids that are on the field right now, fighting their own hearts and their guts out. And you could, as a player, control what you can control, and that's this play. So, if people are going to talk, that's what people do, and that's the society we live in. But the credit goes to the kids that are on the field playing the game.
And so Cavaliers with a touchdown could probably make this insurmountable. So Judson defense is put behind the 8 ball here, as Nixon gets the handoff and Williams wraps him up immediately.
There you go, little defense right there. Swat to the football.
If you're Lake Travis, you want to keep it in bounds,
right,
and probably keep it on the ground, although they're so efficient at throwing the ball. As Hudson Card 16 of 31, that's 52%, but it seems like he's hit the right ones.
Right.
Not today.
Coach Carter knows that for Lake Travis. I mean, they're not in a real big hurry right here. They're going to try to run the clock, manage the clock, and try to get some points on the board.
The senior running back, Brown Nixon, is in the game. And it's Card to roll right. Liel on the hunt, and this one's thrown away. That stops the clock with 6:57 to play.
Marvin Liel chasing. Kevin Wood comes up to force it. The ball gets thrown away right there to bring up that 3rd down and long.
Hudson Card is a legitimately fast kid, and you saw big DeMarvin Liel showing that he's legitimately fast chasing him.
He's a big, big man. If you ever stand next to him, he's got I'm exaggerating a little bit. He got about a 10-foot wingspan on him, nobody.
And it's 3rd down and 12 now for the Cavs. Cavs trying to draw Judson off there. And now they look to the sideline. The play clock running down. And they're going to have to burn a timeout.
Timeout. Lake Travis. The first charge timeout allowed.
6:57 to play. You're watching the High School Football Showcase presented by John Wayne Service Company on KCWX TV. Well, the biggest third down of the game coming up here. 3rd and 12, Lake Travis. Judson desperate for a stop. Card to throw. Looks for Garrett Wilson, has him open, caught, touchdown. Just like that. When you wanted Garrett Wilson, when you needed Garrett Wilson, you get him. And that should do it for Lake Travis, barring a great or miraculous type comeback by Judson.
That was so effortless right there. See right here, Card dropping back. Little motion there for smoke and mirrors. Good ball by Hudson, throws it right to the pylon.
Great throw, great route, and Garrett Wilson has been outshined by Kyle Leaves for much of the game, but when they needed it most, they go to number 5. And that should give Lake Travis the separation that they need. This extra point is critical, though, and it goes through, and that does make it a 3-score game. Lake Travis 38, Judson 21, 6:49 to go in the game. You're watching the High School Football Showcase presented by John Wayne Service Company on KCWX TV. Well, that turnover right there may have put Judson out of this game. As a fumble recovery by Lake Travis, Nick Villarreal on the kickoff. Recovers it for Lake Travis. They go 27 yards in 3 plays. The touchdown on 3rd and 12 was 29 yards. Hudson Card to Garrett Wilson. And as you said, Andy, at just the right moment, Lake Travis makes things look effortless, as they did there on the score. Now Judson really in trouble.
He's trying to get a good run back right here.
They have Washington and McCormick back now. They'll kick it to Washington, and he's going to let it go into the end zone. Now, if you're Judson, you got to play with your hair on fire, and you got to get scores in a hurry.
And they're capable. They're more than capable. We've seen them all year long. They're explosive. We've seen it tonight already, or this afternoon already. They're more than capable. They're going to have to work with a sense of urgency and be deliberate and precise with what they're trying to do.
The 15 penalties and 120 yards hurts. The stop at the end of the first half hurts. The scoop and score that didn't happen hurts. And now Judson in an almost impossible situation as they throw it on the left sideline, complete to Harmon. Gain of about 9. And if you're Lake Travis, you're in a situation defensively where you just keep them in front.
Got somebody down. Somebody for Lake Travis is down right here, Bobby. 20.
Cavaliers shaking up on the play.
Nick Villarreal's down on the field here.
Boy, and he's been huge today for Lake Travis. He recovered that fumble on the kickoff. And Gabe, I think hit it just right here, Andy, is the woulda, coulda, shoulda here for Judson. It's not like they haven't had their opportunities. They have. And, that's what separates championship teams from non-championship teams is when it's time to make a play, you make the play. And if you're one of those teams, and today's the case for Judson, where they had a couple of opportunities and didn't make the play. Of course, the scoop and score that didn't happen, that really is not on them. But, just the opportunities were in front of them, and it didn't happen.
Yeah, and that's one of those deals. You play this game 5 times, it comes out different every time, and that's kind of part of the deal. You got to take care of the now, like I've been saying. And, you can't keep shooting yourself in the foot. Eventually your foot gets blown off. And, that's tough to come back against a team like Lake Travis. And they're disciplined as well, and they do a great job with the football. And you got guys like Card and Wilson that, at any time, like we just saw, they can throw the ball up and make it look like street football. Keep playing, though, if you're Judson right now. Control the things you can control. You still got 6:36 left in this ball game.
And so it's 2nd down and a yard. High snap. McCormick gets the handoff.
There you go.
McCormick with a nice run for a first down at the 47-yard line. And that's probably a better tackle there by Hunter Henry than a lot of folks realize.
Yeah, number 3, I've said it already tonight or this afternoon. He's a good one. And, he's tough to bring down.
At the 47, first down, Chandler drops back, looks to the sideline, and he throws it complete. And out of bounds is Marcus Harmon with a gain of about 5.
Yeah, we're looking at a little 2-minute offense style here. Looks like they're throwing the out routes and things where the running backs, the receivers can get out of bounds after a catch here.
Chandler will keep it himself. He'll run it up the middle, and he will get stood up at the 45-yard line by Tag Humble. So 3rd down and 2. Judson's got to keep the pace up. We're midway through the 4th. Lake Travis, though, in control. They've dominated this second half.
Manageable 3rd down right here. Go get the first down.
And then another.
Prior to snap, false start, 4. 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, that's on Kyle Malden. I'm not 100% certain about that because he was kind of looking over his right shoulder trying to hear the cadence.
Well, and you also saw Lake Travis move before that happened, so I'm just saying, it is what it is.
Yeah, he kind of.
I'm not going to blame a kid right now, not this stage.
I don't think he was in a 3-point stance either. Either way, it's 3rd down and 7. Flared out. Sincere McCormick looking for room, cutting back. And McCormick going to get plowed up and stopped at the 46-yard line. And with a 38-21 deficit, Judson has no choice but to go for it here.
Judson on the tackle for the Cavaliers.
Very manageable right here.
This season either stays alive or it dies right now for Judson.
Have to hit the home run right here. Just go get 4 yards.
4th down and 3. Chandler keeps going left. Chandler, close, really close.
Depends on where this referee sets the ball down.
He followed DeAnthony Lewis, just a straight quarterback sweep. And this spot will determine.
They need the 43 here, and it's.
And here's the problem, Andy. You look at the clock, and Judson needs 3 scores. They do have all 3 timeouts, but that first score is not coming quick enough. And it won't happen if they get a turnover on downs here, obviously.
Right. Well, it's not like they're not trying. It's just sometimes it don't work out.
Close. Nope. They stopped him. That ought to do it for Lake Travis. Well, when you play for the state championship 8 times in 12 years, you're a program that gets it done in the playoffs, winning 6 of those 8. And Lake Travis, folks, has been to the state championship game 3 years in a row. And if they hold on and win this, they are 1 game away from making it 4 years in a row. Now, when they were in the old 4A, they were winning them year after year. They won 1 out of 3 in the 6A level, but this team is money when the chips are down.
Yep, you got to win when you're supposed to win. Take care of the things on the days you're supposed to take care of it, no doubt.
At the 44-yard line, first down, Lake Travis. Card going to keep it. And Card wrestled to the ground after a gain of 3. And how far do you go into this before you start burning the timeouts?
Well, if you're Judson right now, you're Judson defense. You need to be ripping, pulling, biting, scratching, whatever you got to do to get that ball out.
Second and 6.
And yeah, you're right. It's going to come to a point here pretty quick. When you got 3 timeouts left, you're Judson. You start using them.
So this great senior class of Judson. And they've been good for years here. They had a heartbreaker to lost Lake Travis in the second round last year, a even bigger heartbreaker to Westlake the year before that. As the handoff goes to Nixon Brown, and he's dropped by Kevin Wood, and there's the first time out by the Judson Rockets. But you look at that a couple of years ago. You look at that game 2 years ago where Judson had Westlake in overtime, and they fumbled the ball at the 1 yard line. They were that close to winning that game. Then last year, of course, Lake Travis, Judson had a chance to go up by 3 scores before half, but they turned the ball over and Lake Travis gets a field goal to get it within 9. And then the Cavaliers get the second half. So, and the same thing's this is almost a deja vu type of game for Judson, where they were right there at the half with Lake Travis, ahead last year, behind, tied this year. And it just hasn't gone their way as we head to the sideline with Gabe Farias.
Yeah, guys, and again, the point in this football game that I really want to focus on, because it would have absolutely been the game changer of all game changers, was DeMarvin Leal's strip and potential scoop and score for Judson that was clearly a fumble, a scoop, and it should have been a score. It was blown dead for whatever reason. I don't know if they said his arm was going forward, but that is just one of those golden opportunities I think would have just swung this football game.
Card going to keep it on 3rd and 6, and Hudson Card's going to get a first down. Smart play there by the Cavaliers.
Yeah, Card's an efficient quarterback, man. Like you say, he's still a young guy. He does a great job making sure he's holding on to the football. You saw Rashad Wisdom trying to get the ball out, and he's making sure he had both hands on it there after he got the first down.
And you can vote for your John Wayne Player of the Game. There's several candidates here for Lake Travis here today. Lake Travis 38, Judson 21. A season low scoring for Judson this year in the regional finals. Card going to keep it. Going to get stood up and stopped, and timeout number 2 comes.
Well, you got a timeout, you got to use it. You don't have a choice.
Timeout. Judson, the second charge, timeout of the half.
So this will be 3 straight losses in the playoffs for Judson against an Austin area school. Once to Westlake, and now it appears twice to Lake Travis.
And how good was Westlake? Didn't Westlake throttle Lake Travis this year by 80?
Now what's interesting, that wasn't that bad, but they did win. Yeah, and we understand that Garrett Wilson wasn't 100% in that game. And, the thing about Lake Travis, and Judson throttled them in the first game last year.
True. They get better as it goes on.
They get not just better, like there's significant jumps in the level of play that they go up to come playoff time.
Call it discipline, call it what you want to call it. You said execution. In my opinion, you can't have execution without discipline, so they kind of go hand in hand.
But there's, just that burning desire to keep that tradition going at this high level, which is what Lake Travis is able to do.
Maybe it's they got their name on the back of the jerseys. I don't know.
Yeah. They're just
they and Westlake both have their names on the back of the jerseys. So
Lake Travis never at any point in this game did they show any panic, as they have played a good football game here. As a 2nd down and 8. Card going to keep it again, and Rashad Wisdom, he's not going to give up on this one. He's going to get as many meetings with Hudson Card as he can.
Same play right there. Just running a little quarterback power lead there. Getting Card up in there again. They're trying to burn clock here and get first downs.
One more first down should do it for the Cavaliers, and it's going to come down to this one right here. They're 4 out of 12 on 3rd downs. And realistically, Judson's defense has played Lake Travis better than most teams do, with the possible exception of Westlake during the regular season. Card again. Going to get close. That spin move at the end got him close. And guess who's made the tackle again?
Rashad.
Is that Rashad in there again?
That's the 3rd and final timeout.
It'll be short right here, brings up 4th down. Judson's going to burn its last timeout.
So I think this narrows down in the case of Judson, and you're going to lose this game, but it comes down to 3 plays: not scoring at the end of the first half, the scoop and score that wasn't, and then the fumble on the kick return. I think you take those 3 plays away, you're looking at a really close game right now, because let's face it, Lake Travis has done what they needed to do. It's just that Judson didn't get that one call, and then they didn't execute at the 1 yard line, and then the 16 penalties.
Yeah, the penalties don't help. And again, I'm not putting all that on the Judson kids, but you know, it is what it is, and you know, everybody's going to talk about this and be it what it may. And it's just not. I don't know.
You're going to
frustrating. I'm frustrated as a coach right now because I know what Sean McCullough's feeling, and when you take the game out of the kids' hands, and as you know, it's just frustrating.
It is 4th down here. Now the Judson's out of timeouts. The graphic says 2, but it's actually 0. 4th down. I bet it's Card, and it is Card. And Card's not going to get there. So they'll get one more possession here, and they need 3 scores though. Don't forget, coming up at about 6 o'clock, we may be a slight bit behind here, depends on how long this takes to finish off, but Brandeis against Austin Westlake. And Westlake, there's some injury issues there with the Chaparrals that could make this game, on paper, they look like the team everyone's favoring. But there's some injury situations that make it a little more difficult and could give Brandeis more of a fighting chance. Chandler going to drop back. Chandler going to scramble and hit as he throws and complete. Mike Chandler will be back next year. And there are some players that will return to make Judson a contender again next year. Don't be surprised to see these two teams
they're not going away.
Meeting up in the playoffs again.
They got 2 sophomores up front. They got sophomores in the backfield, sophomore running backs, sophomores on defense.
Deep drop by Chandler. Throws it out to McCormick. McCormick going to fight to the finish, but he's going to get corralled.
He's such a great competitor, man. My hat's off to him. He's been such a contributor to this program and such a leader. I mean, you see his helmet there with all those stickers on it. You know, he contributes every week, week in and week out. He's unselfish. He doesn't demand the football every carry. You know, he's a leader in that respect as well.
3rd down and long. Chandler going to drop back, and he's going to let it fly. And it's going to be over Shelton and everybody else. And Mike Chandler, if nothing else, if this were a punt, pass, and kick competition, he
doing 60 yards in the air.
he certainly did there. Nice launch showing the arm strength.
Chandler will be back next year. So yeah, they got some horses in the stable still. Bailey Davis will be back next year. Cameron Lopez.
And a freshman team that went undefeated and allowed only 30 points all year.
And those guys. Yeah, we saw a couple freshmen playing already.
4th down, last play, perhaps, of the season. Chandler going to try to keep it alive. And he's going to throw it. He's got Shelton, and he can't catch it as it goes incomplete at the 45-yard line. And so Lake Travis will take over and take a knee. And the Cavs will advance. And I tell you, there's a looming monster in Houston.
Yep.
Known as Galena Park North Shore.
Good luck with that.
But I'll say this. It's hard to really bet.
Yeah.
Even though North Shore would be a favorite against either one of these teams. And they still have to beat Cy-Fair, by the way. But, you know, it's hard to bet against Lake Travis after what they've done the last 12 years. It just is.
They'll be competitive, no doubt. It's that time of year, too. You think you got your hat hung on who's going to win, and then you got to show up and still play the game.
So one more time here. Card takes a knee, and they'll have to snap it a few times. But, Gabe, you know, as we talk here, Gabe, some teams are just, and this is the way Judson was in the 80s and 90s. You just couldn't eliminate them, and that's the way Lake Travis is right now.
Yeah, just a couple of things on that. Number one, you know, I heard Andy talking about the kids that are coming back. Judson's going to reload. They do every year. They're athletes throughout that community. They're going to be fine. But you're right. The thing that most impresses me about Lake Travis, Bobby, is from the start of the year to the end of the year, they make significant leaps of improvement that put them in a position to win state championships every year, whereas you look at them at the beginning of the season, you don't make that assumption. Guys, back to you.
All right, we'll take a break, and we're going to come back, and we're going to announce our John Wayne Player of the Game, and we'll try to get with Coach Hank Carter as Lake Travis wins it 38-27. to 21. They advance to the semifinals, and Judson finishes your year at 12-1. You're watching the High School Football Showcase presented by John Wayne Service Company on KCWX TV. Welcome back here, folks. Well, I wonder if Craig got that stat wrong. I'm afraid he did, because the 60-yard touchdown reception by Garrett Wilson. I think we got this backwards here, bud. That should be 5 and 120 and 3. So we'll wait and see as Gabe tries to track down Hank Carter. Andy, your thoughts?
Hats off to Lake Travis right here. They're getting their regional championship trophy to put in their trophy case to add to their collection up there at Lake Travis. And again, hats off to Coach Carter. They win when they got to win. They do the things they got to do that's within their control. Class program. And again, good luck to them next week going into the Houston round. And like last year, they'll probably be back in the state championship if they take care of their business and do the things deliberately that they did today against Judson. But again, hats off to Coach Carter and the Lake Travis Cavaliers.
Coach Hank Carter standing by on the sideline. Former AD Jack Moss there as well.
And you got the 44 seniors at Judson doing their class song here, school song for the last time. So part of it. Somebody goes home sad, somebody goes home happy, like Coach Carter said in the pregame. A good team's going to go home today, and it just happens to be Judson today.
Great season by the Rockets. All right, I don't know if we're going to get in there. There's a media scrum surrounding. Gabe's you have to block him down there, Gabe.
Guys, I'm trying. You just gotta love live television. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cameras. Let's see, you got an iPhone. There's an iPod. Who still owns an iPod? Somebody's holding a pager in there. I don't even know if people own pagers anymore. But we'll get him. Hang on 1 second.
All right, let's see if we can sneak in there.
Yeah.
Oh, those newspaper guys are aggressive.
Coach, can I get a live interview with you right quick on television?
Well, if Garrett Wilson was hurt, he certainly didn't show it here today.
Coach, can I get a live interview with her on TV? Just a second. Okay, sure.
All right, well, Gabe's trying, as you might be able to hear. Well,
that's part of it.
This is a team, though. You just come playoff time, you're looking at the Lake Travis Cavaliers, and they are money in the playoffs. And it's not like this is a new thing. They've been doing this for a dozen years now.
Well, they got a coaching staff that's been together a real long time, so they know what they're doing, and they got the kids believing in it, and it kind of success breeds success. And it's, I saw they have their JVs there too. They're the ones in the black numbers. You see jerseys with red numbers, you see jerseys with black numbers there on your screen. The black numbers are the JV kids that got to travel with them, so they got to experience the big stadiums and things like that. So when they're on varsity, they don't have to go through that process of getting used to it.
Well, looks like we are just about out of time here, folks, so we apologize. So we're going to have to break it off. We'll get ready for a 6 o'clock start for the Brandeis Broncos and the Westlake Chaparrals. We'll wrap it up from here. There you see the final score. Lake Travis 38 and Judson 21. Garrett Wilson will be our John Wayne player of the game as he finished with 3 touchdown receptions. And Eves had a great game as well, but Wilson with 123 yards, 5 receptions, 3 touchdowns. He made it count, and he is our John Wayne player of the game. Folks, we'll see you at 6 o'clock for Brandeis and Westlake. We'll sign it off for now. See you in about an hour, everyone.